Thank y'all for joining us and welcome to the podcast. Follow us at Blur Dimension here on Insta and on YouTube if you haven't already. Turn on notifications so you can be the first to know we got new content for you. I'm Kavon, Negrito Suave. We got JK, Beast Eternal.
What up?
We
I don't know
got
what random massive thing to say, so what up?
that's what I fucking head. We got Crash the Night
What's going on, everybody?
AJ Naflinja.
What?
Got JD Creates Activity, who'll probably be right back. And then Carl is out tonight, settling in, to the
Y'all
new
ran them off.
digs.
Carl's gone. He said I'm out.
Facts. Not coming back.
We told him he had to show us face, and he said, "You know what?
Are we getting
I'm good actually.
the Red Square reveal soon?
Hey, man, there's gonna be an event around that.
We'll
Right.
see.
Hey,
Playing
gotta
something.
stay tuned.
Gotta be
All our pronouns are he, him, and his. And we got 3 segments for y'all in the podcast. We're going to talk about some nerdy news and headlines. Then we're going to talk about a topic of the week. This week, we're talking about whatever the fuck going on in Silicon Valley this week. After that, we're going to talk about what we've been consuming this week and what's good. That means games we've been playing, shows, movies we've been watching, comics we've been reading, all that kind of good stuff. Then after the podcast, we'll have a break before we get into after podcast gaming. And we're going to play some, probably Halo. So, stick around for that. We might play some other stuff. So, you never know.
For Need for Speed. I can run y'all off the road.
Yeah, that's
Lock y'all motherfuckers up.
Feds.
Yeah, feeling like
He said feds.
I agree. I wanna be the feds today. I just really feel like being in charge and making all the rules and all that other good jazz. So sign me up for the feds.
Sign me up, this nigga. All right. So the OLED Switch is about to drop soon.
I was trying to like be a rational human being and say like, you know what?
No difference.
No, so like I'm getting that itch. Like I actually want to get one now. Like
It
cause
looks nice. It looks
it's
good.
a new piece of tech. I mean, it's the same shit, but it's like,
but it looks good though.
Yeah, and I play honestly. I play the Switch more in handheld, so I would benefit from the new OLED screen.
It's like a tax write-off to me. It's good for your eyes.
And you know what? I got to do some consulting work with it, man. So I have to. Yeah.
Who's consulting? Mario.
I mean, it's a secret project.
Get some plumbers. That's how you get your plumbers.
No, Mario ain't handling the books.
That's how you contract your plumbers.
But yeah, I got that itch. If I get my hands on one, I'm not gonna regret it. I am picking up Metroid Dread, so I would say I'm more excited about that. But if I could get both of them together,
I thought about it for a hot second, and I was like, I don't even play my Switch like that. That would literally that's the definition of irresponsible. If I go out there and spend money on an OLED Switch, I was like, I just started playing my Switch again like last 2 weeks. So I was like, if I put it down again and I just spent an extra $300, I don't even know how much the OLED is, but it's got to be like $340 or something like that.
I think it's $350.
So yeah, I can't justify it, but if I could justify it, I would own one as well because it looks great. And like, why not? Why not have a better Switch than the Switch you got?
All right, I got a confession.
So one already.
No. So it will be. So I basically have every Switch model that's out right now. So I got the launch one, I got the better performance one, and I got the Switch Lite.
So you just got to switch.
Do one nigga need?
Oh, y'all didn't know?
The launch one, like the battery started. I mean,
Switch track marks on them.
So I bought the Switch Lite because Yeah, hell no, I ain't playing no Zelda. I got the Switch Lite because
Oh my
of
It wasn't no
the
reason. He
commute.
just
It
wanted
was
to
gonna
spend
be
money.
it was a commute. It was a commute
Yeah, yeah,
Switch.
yeah. No, it's
True.
a Switch on the go. I get it.
Yeah, exactly.
Even though Switch is a Switch on the go, but your
But
Switch is you got a Switch on the go for the go. I get it.
exactly. And so now I don't commute anymore. So it's like, that goes to, the fiance. So she's
He
actually
ain't playing it.
so funny thing is, so I think she had some FOMO when she was traveling. She went over to New Mexico like maybe a couple weeks ago,
He
and
got
she
bored.
she texted me. She was like, yeah, like I'm seeing everybody with a Switch. Like I kind of want one now. I'm like, you have one. You have a
Oh
Switch
my
Lite.
god.
Exactly. Exactly. See what I deal with? And then yeah, so that's hers now. So that's a justification that is going to get used. I'm going to introduce her to some games. She wants to play Mario. She wants to play the old school Mario, so the 3D All Stars collection. She want to play that.
Okay.
She wants to play I think it's Tetris 99.
Well, okay.
Um
That's that's her.
yeah,
Shit.
and yeah, um so I gotta complete the collection, man. It's only right. I'm like I said, if I get my hands on one, I'll be happy. But I kind of in the beginning when the pre-orders went up, I was just like, I'm gonna lay off on it. And then I started seeing the reviews and all the videos, and I got FOMO. It works. It works on you. I'm a human being. So
I get it, man.
the
In,
marketing
in the
works.
words of the great Waka Flocka. OLED DOOOO
Just go ahead and get you a Switch, man.
Shoot. I would get one
And
just
then
to
start a Switch museum in the next 10 years, 11
I'm
years. You
saying.
can start
For
a
real
museum.
though, Nintendo hardware never really depreciates. So
Damn,
you
man.
gotta keep it.
You can start a Switch
That's
arcade.
crazy. For real.
The question is
Charge some
is
niggas
Kev gonna get one?
Dogecoin.
I see Kev has been flirting with it. I've seen him in the channel.
Yeah, he want
He was
one.
flirting.
He
He
want
was
one.
flirting.
He want one. It's been making googly eyes at him. He want one.
it's been flirting to get destroyed by him, basically.
No, that's AJ be destroying them controllers.
Oh damn.
They are
Yeah.
very destroyable. That has nothing to do with me. I got heavy thumbs. Them jokers is destroyable, baby. Them things.
Yeah.
I don't know, dog.
I think so. I think we're making some progress. I think we're convincing Kev to one get a PlayStation 5,
Yes.
and then two, he's been flirting for months with this
You better
Switch,
cop one from
man. Like he
Random.
just
No. He gonna get one and feel good about yourself, man. You know you want one. Do it for you.
I mean, one of these days. When they put out that Switch Pro,
He wanted to get it. He
yeah,
wanted to get it.
Yeah.
First of all, you know you're gonna get it before the Switch Pro come out, and you're gonna get it at the same price that everybody else bought it at. Because, like Crescent said, Nintendo stuff don't depreciate.
That is true.
You buy
I
this
don't know,
Switch
man.
20 years from now, it's gonna be
Yo.
with inflation. It's still gonna be the same price. So whatever the Switch costs now, it'll
Whenever
cost
I
the
get
same
it.
price. Doesn't matter. So you might as well bite the bullet now and not spend $300 more later in the future. Technically,
I
you're still
don't
kind of
know.
getting it on a discount because you get it before the inflated price. I mean, you
For
never
real.
know
I'm
what your
getting a
finances
future
are going to be.
discount.
I mean, you don't know what the price. You don't know what your wages are going to be compared to inflation in the future. You got it locked in right now. So, I mean,
Wow.
those are things you need to think about.
Yeah,
I mean,
I agree.
If you ain't about
And don't lick the cartridge. They literally put that bitter stuff on it.
That's why he made it. That's why he said that.
Yeah. And I'm
He's
trying
to
to
set you up.
Yeah, he's trying to set you up.
I mean,
I
I'm trying
forgot what it's called, but they spray it so children don't eat Switch.
Switch
games.
cartridges. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they spray it with some
I didn't
chemical.
know that.
Nope.
That's crazy. I mean, eventually, Maurice, I would like both the PS5 and the Switch. And I mean, Switch Pro, I'd pay $400 for it.
You're trying to buy him a
So
I mean-
okay, all right. Here, okay. What
They gotta come
game?
correct though.
What game on Switch would like benefit from like the Switch Pro, like
All of them.
in terms.
Every last one.
You know what? You know what game would benefit from the Switch Pro?
What?
The games made for multiple platforms would benefit
True.
from the Switch Pro.
That's
Yeah,
a
yeah,
fact.
yeah,
But no
yeah.
Switch
Third
game,
party.
no Switch exclusive is gonna change on the
Yeah,
Switch
that's
Pro.
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, like they have like a distinct, like that's the thing. Like Switch isn't, or Nintendo in general, like they're not all about like high fidelity, real, lifelike graphics.
Facts.
They have like a certain art style that they always, are able to squeeze into their hardware. So it like one of the best looking games I think is Luigi's Mansion. And that art style is just really good. All of the physics in there, like, and I mean it's just running on a regular Switch, so it's like, but I've heard that like Breath of the Wild, like that, that trash game, has like performance
Yo.
issues and stuff like that. So I think something like that would definitely benefit, and that's probably why they're probably I don't think I said the next 2 or 3 years is it probably either the next generation of the Switch or the Switch 1X. So we'll see.
Switch Series X,
Series X, yep.
Switch 5, whatever they want to call it.
It's
Yeah.
1-in-1.
Switch 3090.
But that's the thing, like the Switch, like if you just keep that in mind, like the exclusives for Nintendo, like those games are never gonna like blow you away, visually. Art. It's all about the art style. It's all about the art style. It's all about the gameplay. So that, and then if you also use it as an indie machine, I think you get a lot of mileage out of it. So that's kind of where I look at it. Like if I want to play, The Witcher, I could play that on any other
console.
platform.
Yeah.
Yeah, like literally every other platform. So it's like you can kind of put the Switch in its own little category
Little
if
realm.
you're.
Mhm.
Yeah. So that's the way I look at it.
I agree because I know when I got mine,
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to play Starlink, which is a fun game. Which I still haven't played on my TV yet. I've been playing mostly handheld.
Yeah,
Yeah.
me too.
I haven't really. The only time I docked my Tesla.
Wishful thinking.
Holy shit.
No, just
Oh yeah, I'm already.
telling the future. That's all.
I already. What's the word? I already went to the site and like
Test drive.
model like
Build your your
built my own
customized
Tesla. Yeah, it's like $22K right now.
That's not
20.
bad.
It's not bad.
22. What
You said
Tesla's that?
22. You didn't get a Tesla. You got a Tesla wheel. You
Right.
It was a Model X like from 3-4 years ago.
For
okay.
$2,200
That still
a
don't
month,
make sense.
nigga. Like,
The cars,
22,000.
22,000.
even 22,000 doesn't make sense for a Tesla unless
nah.
it's like
For a Model
like-
S,
a Model
Model
X.
X.
a
which is still
even
expensive.
worse.
Yeah. Still expensive.
Nah, they
Yeah.
trying to sell you a picture, nigga. They
Hey,
gonna send you a
man.
painting of a Model
Yeah.
X.
They can send you a signed photo of a Model X.
I could find it again, but I
Hey,
know
man.
it was like 22 up. It may have been more.
Murray said you buying the NFT.
No, not 22K, 22. I'm sorry, 2200K. Sorry,
Oh, okay. Wait.
That's what I meant.
220K?
Dang.
I'm
220,
saying.
yeah,
Dude.
220K, yeah,
220K.
Oh yeah, they bugging.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oof.
220K. That's the right number. Okay, good.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Add an extra zero.
That's a very large
That makes
rounding
more
error.
sense.
That's not a regular one.
Yeah, absolutely.
You missed the whole power of 10.
Facts.
Yeah.
It's like,
So,
what, nigga?
Yeah, no,
Straight
that
up.
makes sense. Yeah, Model X, that means you pretty much put everything in it.
Yep.
If you're getting it for.
And you got the
But
custom paint. which
tab
is like
package, I
$1,000.
got like the wheels, custom leather, all that shit.
Yeah. Yes. Okay, that makes way more sense.
So
Facts.
Because if you found a Tesla for $22,000 or $2,200, and it was an actual Tesla, it has got to be hot. Like they stole it from the
Fell off the back of a
Tesla factory,
Like
and they're just trying to unload that product as soon as possible. The heat's on them. They got to get rid of that Tesla. That's the only way you're getting a real Tesla. Other than that, you're driving a cardboard box, or like Mari said, you buying an NFT, which
Yeah.
might still be valuable. I mean, who knows? If you spend who knows where NFTs are going? You might be able to recoup them funds
Told
in a
y'all we
week.
need, that's what we're working on.
Yeah.
So, but no, I don't dock my Model 3 is just under 40K.
Yeah, for the very base, like you
Right.
can get
Very base,
nothing.
but nobody want basic, and nobody want to be a basic bitch. Come on now, you want to be bad and bougie.
Yeah, if you do anything, you change the tires on that mug, it's over $42,000.
Yeah, pretty much. There's no autopilot, no custom paint, no extended range, nothing.
Like literally,
Yeah.
you sitting in an electric car. That's it. That's all you get.
Cruising down the street.
That's all you get.
That's
I
all you
mean,
get.
and
I
that's
don't even know
still a good experience. Like, I mean, it's a decent
it
car,
is, but it's like if you just trying to like you just have to own a Benz or whatever, so you can get like the base model
Yeah.
Benz. It's like you really only buying it for the name. And
Dude.
I guess Teslas are a little more useful because of the whole electric car makes it a little more useful.
True.
But it's like
You know how they had 6.4s back in the day with the little hydraulics. Can you imagine some hydraulics on the Tesla? And they just rolled down the street.
I don't think
just-
you even could.
I know. I'm
You
just
probably
saying, it'd be
can't.
funny if somebody
Oh,
did.
You
yeah,
probably
no.
can't, but it would be great. I would love to see someone put hydraulics on a Tesla.
That shit would be hilarious. Or make a 6.4 like electric, which would be interesting. If
I
somebody
mean,
did that.
yeah, you can pretty much make any car electric now
Yeah.
these days. Now, could it be? Is it efficient? Is the question? Probably not.
Probably not, because it's a lot heavier than Tesla. But anyway, sorry, I got sidetracked. But I don't use my dock for my Switch at all, unless I'm using Ring Fit, and that was during the pandemic, and like at most 4 months after I got it.
Yeah, I have to be playing family games with the Switch. So like,
Yeah.
if we're all playing Smash or we're all playing Mario Kart, then I would use the dock. But AJ finds no pleasure in
That Arms game is fun.
which game is that?
Arms, where you it's like the boxing.
That was fun. Yeah.
That shit was fun. That shit was really fun.
I might try that because I've been looking for games like that, like that use the motion control. Because I think Nintendo makes those are their funnest games. Like they do those better than anyone else. Like those gimmick games, you can't. If Nintendo does it now, some third party does it, it's probably gonna be trash. But if Nintendo does it, no, I just bought like an old Wii game, like an old boxing Wii game, because I was like, let me, get back into boxing just as a sport in general. And so I was like, well, let me get a Wii game. I can throw some combinations. It is the worst game I have ever played. I mean, ever.
Yeah.
Like I literally I have it sitting. You like it's a disc, right? And when you take a game out, everybody knows how to take care of your game. As soon as you take it out, I have it. The disc is laying probably 5 inches away from the case. I refuse to put it back in there. I want that thing to rot. I want it to get scratches on it. It's that bad. Wow. It's a terrible game.
Damn.
Wow.
So don't let the third parties make unless they're like a real good studio, don't let them make your Nintendo. Don't.
So if it's like UFC boxing or UFC.
It was Showtime boxing.
No, I'm just saying if it was UFC, like
right. But just look at the studio though, because it doesn't matter who they're licensing. It matters who's making it. So like,
there's not a lot of studios that actually do like the
motion games. Yeah, right. And even less of them do it well, right? So even fewer do it actually to the point where it's like, yeah, this is actually fun. So you got to look for that.
Yeah.
But I've also been looking at. Sorry, I just quick point about the Switch. I've been looking in the store. I didn't realize how many like third party like copycats there are out there.
Oh yeah.
Oh, like there's a lot of shovelware.
I was looking at like because one of my favorite platformers of all time is Metal Slug.
Oh man.
I love Metal Slug, and I was looking. I was like, "There's this new game getting ready to come out." I was like, "That's Metal Slug." But
what's it called?
They changed the characters. I can't remember the name. It's a weird name. It's like
all the characters
all the characters are female instead, and they're wearing like armor. It comes out like on the 15th. I might get it just because it's a Metal Slug skin.
Yo,
but
get it. Get
I
it.
saw a
What's
Pokemon one.
what's the
I
name
was
of
like,
it?
they're even doing the Pokemon. Nintendo is Pokemon, and Pokemon is Nintendo, right? Like they kind of like hand in hand. And then I saw Pokemon, like it's same everything except for obviously the name and whatever. It looks kind of like if you took, I don't know if y'all ever saw that game that anime Monster Rancher,
Yeah,
like back in the day.
yeah.
Monster Rancher, the main character kind of looks like Luffy from One Piece, and then the game is Pokemon. I'm like, they didn't, not a single original idea.
You're not
to
talking
whole
about.
visit
You're not
thing.
talking about. You talking about the same as, so it's same as Metal Slug, just with Pokemon.
No. I'm talking about two different games. There's a Metal Slug game, and then there's a Pokemon clone as well on the Nintendo
Right.
store and ready to come out. The Metal
Okay.
Slug game, I can't remember the name.
I know I've been
But
playing Pokemon Rivals, or not Rivals, but that League of Legends type
oh yeah,
Pokemon game.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
Where you
but I
get
mean
to
that game
like,
model is a popular one since the '90s. So that's what they just been reusing it and
but it's just it's too close, man. Like I get it. I want to do the same thing, right? But it's too close. You got to innovate somewhere.
yeah, I
So
agree.
the idea, like, so because I mean, there's no new ideas. But you got to innovate somewhere to make yours unique in some way, shape, or form. You can't just change the names. Like, I don't want to make a Street Fighter game. Is my main character's name is Bayou instead of Ryu. Now it's different. Like,
Make it Creole, put it in New Orleans.
yeah, his name
Wow.
is Bayou from.
Hey, your man from Eden Zero doing just that, making his
Hey, no,
money.
that's his property though. You making fun of yourself. Like, that's okay. If
I
Akira
got you,
Toriyama wants to put Goku in everything he ever makes, that's his
bruh.
business.
That is true.
But my bad. I didn't mean to pull this all the way out, but I felt like I had
So,
to say that because like they going like they're not even trying. They're
right.
just like Pokemon clone.
Hey,
I'm
they
just
said,
gonna
hey,
accept
Pokemon was
that.
successful. I want to be successful, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I guess that's the way to do it. Just
Oh
take
shit,
your
Maurice said,
go.
like that busted looking Nickelodeon Fighters game. How was that, Preston?
That shit was fun.
That's just fun.
Maurice, you can't knock it till you try it.
Yeah,
I don't say that
man.
about everything, but that's what I would say about that. Because like, oh, really? You can knock it till you try it? Like, no, see,
If
you
it
going too
wasn't
far.
$49, I would have bought it.
Smash Bros. Clone. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a bit.
Yeah.
If they did it like $30, I think that'd have been.
$30, I'd have made that purchase. I
If they
It'll be
literally
did
on
went to the
sale
store to
soon.
look for it. As soon as I looked for it, I was like, 49? I'm out.
What is
Yeah,
isn't there a
it'll be on
Nickelodeon
sale.
Day?
You said what, JK?
Isn't there like a Nickelodeon Day or something?
Nickelodeon.
I have no idea.
I don't fucking know. Nickelodeon.
I don't know. Yeah.
You think you just making shit up?
Nah, there was like oh no, it was the State of Play. That's what it was. Nickelodeon State of Play.
Oh, Worldwide Day of Play. Yeah. What is?
Yeah.
Oh, that's on the September 29th.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Oh, it's your birthday.
I don't think did
no.
they even do it this year? Oh, but
I doubt it. We can't do that with the
Yeah.
coronavirus.
The
coronavirus, go
panoramic
outside
going
and play,
around.
y'all. No games,
Right.
no games for a whole day.
Hmm.
Coronavirus. Oh, well, guess you gotta stay inside and play games. Okay, here's Nickelodeon Smash.
Facts. So the Battlefield 2042 beta is out.
Nice polish.
Yeah, I played it a little bit. It was rough. How do y'all like? I mean, as somebody who's completely new, except for playing Battlefield 4, like them couple of times with y'all, I was confused, nigga. I'm like, and the only mode they had was that 128 player. Like I couldn't even start small. They was like, nah, get your ass in there.
I
And
think
I
they were
didn't
starting with
know.
that
You gotta
first.
stress test them servers, man.
Yeah.
Facts. That's facts.
That's
I
what
didn't
it
know what
was.
the fuck was going on.
You were the stress test.
The map.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah. Maurice said it's a beta for real. The map is ginormous. It is.
If you ain't in the
Dog.
vehicle, you stuck.
Dude.
Or stuck.
They had the vehicles. They had everything for a little while. And it's like I couldn't stay alive for longer than a couple. So like, it's what I'm saying, niggas shoot me from across the map. Niggas shooting from behind me on the side. Like,
couple seconds. Shit.
that shit was crazy.
Yeah, it's not Halo. You can't recover.
No,
you cannot.
Oh, you can't. You can't recover. It just
You
takes
just
a
gotta
while.
be with a medic, right?
No, you can recover by yourself. It just takes a
Oh,
while.
okay.
Yeah.
Nah, I didn't have a
It's a
while.
lot
Them niggas was
slower. If
all
you're a
over me.
medic, you can. If you're a medic, you
But
can shoot
I'm not
yourself.
even talking about
Mm.
health. I'm talking about you can't recover from being ambushed.
Oh
Like in
no.
Halo, you
Yeah.
get shot in the back, you go around a corner, you can kind of like you can flip
No.
it on them. But in those like more
Reversal.
closer to military, they're like almost military simulations. They're not, but you know they're closer.
Mm-hmm.
Like if somebody catches you off guard, that's you're done.
Facts.
Pretty
That's
Yeah, the
it.
TTK in that
Running
game
in the
is
hill and shit.
is
You said
very the TTK, the time to
Time to
kill,
kill.
is very needs to be tweaked slightly, in my opinion. Now, if you hit him with a headshot, like it will kill him maybe in like one shot, 2 shots. If it's a complete headshot when you're shooting at somebody, it'll kill them. But like if it's a graze, it won't do anything.
So, do you think? So I think that Kev, you brought up a good point. Like this is your first time really like digging into like Battlefield, right? Like I feel like, I know that they got to test the servers and all that stuff, but I don't think that starting you off in like this big ass map, where it's like you don't know where to go, people sniping you, you get ran over by a tank, planes dropping out of the sky. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like they should have like, condensed it a little bit, maybe make it smaller, just at least have the option of a smaller map, and then like for the Battlefield veterans, like just like let them go crazy in like the big janks. Like I feel like I don't know, like cuz it's an acquired taste. Like Battlefield is definitely not Call of Duty. It's not like any other shooter really out here. It's kind of, it's in its own lane.
for real.
Yeah. So I don't know. I feel like they should have broke it up just to like, cuz I think they have a unique opportunity this fall to really like get people that are not going to get into the new Call of Duty this year to really kind of like grab them. But the way that the Halo Infinite flight was going, like I think that a lot of people are going to gravitate towards that in the fall because it's going to be free to play. So there's no barrier to entry, to get in there. So, it was rough when I played. I only played maybe about 2 games, but it was definitely rough. It was hard to kind of get the rhythm of this new one. So,
100%.
but overall, man, it seems like a better version of Battlefield 4, which I'm all for. So
It definitely
I
reminded
did like
me
you
of
could.
4.
Yeah, I did
So
like.
I was like, go ahead, JK.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
I was saying I have 0 Battlefield experience, right? Like, I think I might have played a little bit of 4 at one point in time. That might have been on my uncle's system, like a long time ago. So coming into it as like I would say very much on Kev's same team there, very fresh to Battlefield. It was a lot. Like, being thrown into like the middle of this chaotic war. Like I agree, I can only stay alive. I think the longest I probably stayed alive consistently is at like top of B point if you played the beta. So it's like that big hotel spot where people snipe from. So I was able to stay alive there for like a good half of the game without it being taken over. And that's at least until people started flying jets and, helicopters of death around and throwing like actual just missiles down, just raining missile hell down. So time to kill, I think, also is awful. I agree with JK on his statement there. I feel like I'd be shooting niggas for like the longest time without any breaks, and then here I am, 2 shots to the head from a marksman rifle, and I'm dead. Just no love there. Aiming is hard. And that's I suck at aiming. I genuinely do, but I have a very hard time managing the recoil of some of these weapons. I do like, because I feel like to do with the positives, I do like overall the feel of the fight. Like I didn't think I'd be interested in like this whole big war situation thing. but that's pretty dope. I'm not gonna lie. You know, bombs, gunfire everywhere. It legit feels like a battlefield. So I will say that it was a fun experience. Um, the aircrafts are pretty dope. I can't fly any of them. I keep falling into the ground. I don't know how you do fly them. But people who can fly them are great adds to your team. And when people on the other team who can fly them are basically you're gonna lose.
Pains in the ass.
Like this one dude stayed in this fucking attack helicopter the whole game. I swear to you, he stayed alive the whole game. And none of the rocket launchers have tracking on it, so you're basically trying to aim for like where you think they're gonna be. And this man can like twist the helicopter and completely miss the rocket. So yeah.
Battlefield 4 was like that too. I was definitely
Yeah,
expecting it
also-
to lock on. Never happened.
Nothing locks on. I like that you can mod your weapons mid game. You know, like if I'm like far away, you know, I can like add the mods, you know, at a distance, and if I'm about to like drop off a high point and then like go up close, I can switch it up. You know, and I like that. That's a real nice touch, and I will say that I enjoyed that a lot. I like that I could switch up the mods pretty quickly. But yeah, it's a rough beta, but I mean it works. I've experienced betas that you know barely even work, and for a game with all those people all at one time making a bunch of weird random decisions, I mean it's shot tops off for the developers. They coded their asses off on it. And if all Battlefield games were like that, I definitely missed out on you know some fun gameplay.
Yeah,
Right.
the golden days of Battlefield 3. Those were.
That was like World War time, right? Like that was more
No,
like
that
tanks
was
on ground. No,
no,
Modern
that
War.
was modern. Yeah, so
Okay.
Modern.
3, 4, Hardline were all like modern.
Our line was cops on ours, but yeah.
And then fucking Bad Company 1 and 2 were modern too.
Mm.
Bad Company 2 is that's probably still one of the best.
Yeah.
That's great. Yeah,
Yeah, I
just,
think
like,
they-
Battlefield was never something that drew me in. But this did. I mean, I found myself throwing out Apex for my mid lunch gameplay for some Battlefield gameplay. Maybe it's
Now
just
you
because
seeing the light.
but it's definitely have seen the light. I might have to go back and play a few. But definitely, I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to the other game modes. Like Kev said, I want something that's not so damn crazy, or maybe just a different map. Also, I feel like it'd be more fun with an actual team that you're coordinating with.
Yeah, that's the other
But-
thing.
Yeah.
That's the other thing, right? Because like in a game this big with that many people, you really can't coordinate. Like winning the game is by
With
luck.
randos.
I genuinely I genuinely believe winning a game that is by luck.
Do y'all want to do like a Slayers Club for tomorrow? A Battlefield?
Definitely,
I can do that.
definitely, yeah.
Okay.
'Cause I only played like
I meant
the one
to-
game.
Yeah, I meant to say that earlier in the week, so everyone made sure they downloaded it. But we can make the announcement tonight, I guess.
Okay.
But yeah, I definitely think it'll be good because I think you can do a team of 4, team of 5,
Yep.
4 or 5. I don't,
Team
I
of 4,
don't know.
I think.
Team of 4. So yeah, but overall, like I would say, like out of a 10 rating, I would give this beta a 6. It's solid. It's not crashing on me. It's not breaking my Xbox. You know, I'm only getting a few like glitches here and there. Most of it's just my unknowledge of how Battlefield works.
Word. That's man. I'm
And
surprised.
sniping
you
is
didn't
way
know
too
me.
fucking hard.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't even try to snipe. I was like, I'm gonna have enough trouble. I don't need to touch that right now.
That's one
And,
thing about like Battlefield. Like the one thing I really love about it is the gunplay. The problem with a lot of these big maps is that you don't spend a lot of time like in gun battles. Like you're either just running, for minutes on it
Running
at a
stuff.
time, or so I think that they should definitely like in Battlefield 3 they had this famous like map. It's called Metro. What was it? Was it just Metro?
Operation Metro.
Operation Metro. Like the most epic like gun battles. Like the shit was just like amazing. If you look up Battlefield 3 Operation Metro, you'll see like the chaos
3
and
and 4.
the gun battles in that like small space. Like I think that's where like I really enjoy Battlefield the most. Is it's counterintuitive because it's a Battlefield, but I really just love like the heaviness of the gunplay.
Yeah.
So hopefully, I doubt that they'll add any small maps for this beta, but
They got small. Oh, not for the beta, but I know that for Hazard, it's small maps.
yeah,
And I don't think they're gonna release it this time. They just want to let people get the feel of how the game is gonna be, and then they're gonna polish it before.
I need someone to release a how to fly guide in Battlefield because
Shit, they
I
probably up
kid
on
you
YouTube
not.
already.
It takes a
I
while for you to
know.
get used to it.
I need to watch them. I'm sure if I YouTube it, I find a few because I'm just like, and I don't even know how people can actually cause real damage. The only damage I can do is flying my helicopter into people. Like that's what I've
That's it.
resulted. Just driving it into a big group of them, and then when it explodes, I at least get 2 or 3. But actually using like the Gatling guns and aiming while trying to hover and fly, like no, it's very difficult. High skill ceiling for sure on that one.
Hey, don't feel bad. For years I still don't know how
he's
to
banned.
fly.
He's banned.
Yeah.
He's been banned.
I've
Yeah,
crashed.
I'm banned too.
I've crashed.
No. Creston's been banned.
Yeah.
Definitely.
We'll dig up some videos of me in action flying. It's not good.
Kill the whole team.
Basically.
He would. I'll fly, guys.
Yep.
Creston, we don't. Creston,
Hey
no.
man, I
Boom.
experienced
We're
that
like,
whenever Crescent gets the warthog, I always die pretty quick.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm going straight to the battle, man. It's we gotta. It's an action movie. It's an action movie. We gotta go right to the action.
That's what it feels like. That's what Battlefield feels like. It feels like I'm in like a massive freaking action movie.
Yeah, like an Independence Day or something, like the end of the world.
End of the world type battle.
Yeah. So JK, what's your you spent, I think you out of all of us, you spent the most time with it. What's your overall thought?
I would say I like the customization as you go. When you're playing, when you're playing. Hey, what's up?
What up, Mark?
What else? I would say that TTK needs to be up just slightly. Or maybe up a little slightly. The sniping is different. Sniping is not as accurate as you want it to be. Even in Battlefield 3 and 4, sniping was a whole lot easier. Like, I know as soon as I saw that bullet hit them in the head, they're dead. Here you can kind of aim.
How's the bullet drop? Have you tried it? Have you
tried it?
Yet?
I think they need to polish that just slightly. Because it's there because it's there, but at the same time, like, even when you adjust, I feel like it's still not accurate.
Still not tuned.
Yeah, still not tuned. And so I would definitely want to see them polish that a little bit. Probably see, well, maybe it's just the scope I was using. I don't know. But the vehicles are good. I like the Humvees with the Gatling gun on it.
How you like the tanks?
The tanks are pretty good. I like how it's 4 people now can be in a tank and not just 2.
Yeah, Beast is like this motherfucker is like the tank man. Like
everybody takes it, can't fucking use it. It pisses me off. It pisses me
What can't
off.
you use?
They will take the tank and like pussyfoot around the entire like map. I'm like, bro, you in a fucking tank. Run this nigga over. Like, F that. Run
Get
him
in
over.
there.
Cause now you have a front gunner, you have like a spotter, and now you have like a ordnance master. So like you have the main cannon, you have a front gunner that has a machine or Gatling gun or anti-infantry gun. You have an ordnance master that shoots either like can shoot like infantry pellets to like like little launchers, or you have like a spotter that can spot all the people around around the your vicinity or on the map or whatever. So that's pretty cool. The attack chopper, yeah, I gotta get back to flying again because
Oh yeah.
it's loose. It's so loose. Like, and then they put it inverted, like off rip. So I got in the chopper. I was like, yeah, I finally got in the chopper. I was like, wait, oh shit, this is inverted. Then they had to figure out how to turn off inverted. And so, but it's still fun. I'd rather be the gunner than be the. I'll leave the flying to Marvio. When we play.
Oh yeah.
What else? I did like the destruction. I did like the tornado that ran through every once in a while.
Experienced that.
Oh, you
Maybe I was
experienced it?
there.
Oh
Yeah,
boy!
me neither.
When I tell you
That was dope,
that
man.
shit was
Like that's
that shit was fun and like so when the tornado comes, all your shit is like is going in and out. So like sometimes you can't use your
Oh, damn.
your stuff, and so I look up at the tornado. All you see is just people parachuting and just going into a circle. I was like, oh no! And then one time it had a tank in the air, and I got smushed by a tank because it came back down
Oh.
after the tornado left.
Damn.
And it came down and killed me. I'm like, did this tank just come from the tornado? I was like, damn. But and then they have like a little rocket ship that goes up to you can go up. So I think the environmental stuff is fun, but yeah, I think like Maurice was saying, they need to cause a lot more destruction to be caused.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't
As
and
destructive as y'all
it
hope.
wasn't destructive as 3 and 4.
Mm-hmm.
But I do like for instance, if you buy a cryo by nitroglycerin, not nitroglycerin, but by like a cryo ball or cryo chamber, where it has liquid nitrogen. If you get too close and it's leaking, you will start freezing, and you will lose health.
Crazy.
You will slowly lose health, and you will see like the freezing going across your screen, which I thought was pretty cool. So
that is cool.
So they have some good elements. They just need to polish, and just I think that's why people were saying, oh, it should be delayed till March. It's gonna be delayed till March. And I'm like,
yeah, I mean, they might want to do that because
yeah,
Halo's looking real good.
And when? December?
November.
Oh, November
12th.
They might have to delay that thing.
But
No,
y'all,
that thing
we
was
were-
not like I had the flashing shit on my screen where the sky and other shit would pop in
And
and
white.
out.
Yeah. I think that whole build, the whole beta build, is from like 4 or 5 months ago.
Got you.
Initially, when they were about to have the beta, I think that was 4 or 5 months ago, and then they just polished up a few things. And I think they're a lot further along than what they're showing in the beta. They just wanted to give players a sense of how it's gonna, kind of set them at ease a little bit. But we'll see.
Yeah.
I'm already convinced. So
You're already convinced. I'm I'm surprised that you can only have like a 4-person squad. Like, if it's 64 people on each side, that's like 16 squads per. Like, you should be able to get a couple more people in there with a
Yeah.
team that big, like with an
Shrink the
overlord
amount of
team.
I think
teams
it's over
in
before.
and allow more for a bigger party. So like
Yeah.
shrink the teams and grow the party.
Yeah, I think it's always been 4 actually.
Yeah.
It's always been 4, regardless of how many people was on it in the
That's
in
crazy.
the match.
Even in Mag on PlayStation 3, it was like 100 people.
Yeah,
What was it? 100 people in the
yeah,
match,
200 people on the.
but your squad was always like 4.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
For real.
Yeah.
I guess that's nothing different from battle royales, but still.
I
Yeah.
was hoping for better. As far as being able to link up, but it is what it is. I'm gonna play some more, and I'm gonna see how it goes. I liked 4 enough. I didn't play a lot of it. And this seems like that, but like updated. So
Yeah.
I'll play some more. We'll see where it goes. Resident Evil, Resident Evil's Welcome to Raccoon City
Yeah,
game
welcome
just
to
got its first trailer. Did y'all watch that? The people among us
That
who
was a
do
game
those
or
sorts of
movie?
things.
It's a
I think
movie.
It's a movie.
It looks like it's based on RE2.
Yeah, it's a movie because they're showing it at New York Comic Con.
I was confused just like you, Swab. I refused to watch the trailer
Facts.
for the reasons
would
I'm
you
sure
know?
Oh
you
my god.
refused to
Stop
watch
being
it.
How would you know?
babies.
I refuse to watch it. Like, look, I read the article and I was like, is this a game or is this a movie? It sounds like a movie. I recognize a few of these actresses and actors.
Well, then maybe you should
Um,
watch the trailer.
Why?
It's only
Why would he do
not.
that to himself?
zombies.
Nah, man, I saw all those rotten faces and I was like, I'm good.
Zombies.
They barely showed any zombies.
Yeah, that's
They
even
barely- they
scarier,
showed-
man. They got them
showed-
lurking in the shadows right
They
outside the edge of
showed
my
Jill
imagination.
Valentine. They showed Chris. They showed the main characters. They
I
barely
don't-
showed any zombies.
I
They barely
don't-
showed any infected.
Look, my
It was like
constitution
5
is weaker these
seconds.
days. I cannot
Facts.
take any risks. So
Well, okay,
that's what's
so
happening.
you out this conversation then, so you can.
Damn.
Oh wow!
The
Just cutting the nigga
disrespect.
out.
I was explaining Swab's position when you started taking
Exactly.
shots at me.
No,
I was like,
no.
the reason Swab didn't know this was a movie is because I know
I
he
had
didn't
no
watch
idea.
the trailer.
Oh, they're
Because he
both
didn't
y'all
watch-
out.
He didn't watch the trailer because he's a smart man. That's what I was trying to explain to the people
How's that-
in the
what?
in podcast land.
No. Anyway, Creston.
Nah.
So, what'd you think?
It looks like they're finally doing it justice. Leon looks a little goofy.
The Leon actor is
he looks pretty
what's
goofy.
his name? He should play on Nickelodeon. Actually, he used to be a Nickelodeon star.
Yeah, I can't take him serious. Like I mean, it's Resident Evil, so you don't take it serious.
One more question
but
for me, since I can't speak for this whole. Is there any place where I can see a non-zombie photos of the cast, like with no zombies in it?
Oh my god!
I just want to see who the people. I want to be able to follow along. Without,
Maybe IMDb.
Yeah. Let me go check. That's a good idea, Swallow. All right, you guys can go back to.
Just watch the trailer.
It's not that bad.
It's not bad. It's not bad at all.
I like it.
And it's just zombies.
You know the sad part? It's probably like 5-year-olds watching that trailer, not even phased.
Oh,
I mean, I feel like that speaks poorly of their parents.
These are these serial killers you're talking about. Come on, the non-phased 5-year-olds are the people we should be worried about. You're a fan. You should be watching them immediately.
Exactly. They need to be on a watch list right now.
Nah.
Yes. You said not. Bruh.
But it looks good. It looks like it looks basically like Resident Evil 2 the movie, which is good. Because they kind of even like the original Resident Evil back in the day, they kind of hinted that they were gonna go to Raccoon City, but they never did. Like we got this one last like. It was like the first one was good. Like it basically, set the series up, but it kind of teased us with that last shot where what's her name comes out and she's in Raccoon City, and we was like, oh shit, and it looked good, like it looked like, oh shit, like it looks like Raccoon City is it looked like it was gonna do it justice, and then it just that the movies just turned into their own thing and just kind of went off and did whatever. So it looks like this joint is gonna be very faithful for at least for Raccoon City. What do you call it? Raccoon City representation. Like it looks good in that front. So
was it Operation Veronica or
Code Veronica?
Code Veronica, yeah.
Yeah. Yep. So 2, 3, and I think Code Veronica all were set in Raccoon City. But yeah, I mean it looks good. Like I said, the only thing is Leon looks a little goofy.
He's definitely a Nickelodeon star. He was on that show Victorious.
Yep, that's all. Yep.
Victoria Justice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It got me thinking though. Like I remember there was this magazine issue of Tips and Tricks where they did like a Resident Evil 2 cover story, and they were like speculating like if Resident Evil was to make a movie, Leonardo DiCaprio will play Leon, and I think that's.
Yeah.
I mean, if you look at him, I mean that's
what
he's based. That's what he's. I mean, we see how Leonardo DiCaprio's career went. He wouldn't touch this movie at a 1,000-foot pole. Yeah. So, but like it was wishful thinking because it's like, oh shit, like. I mean, basically, Leon is Leonardo DiCaprio. If you look at like how he was designed, like he was basically designed after Leonardo.
Yeah, that guy looks nothing like that character. I don't know enough about the characters to know which one he was. Mm-hmm. But once you said Leonardo DiCaprio, I'm like, oh, that dude, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And that guy, they don't look anything alike.
Not at all. It looks weird. So that's like my only problem. But like other than that, it looks like. I mean, they even got one of the most iconic Resident Evil shots where the zombie is like eating somebody, and then he like slowly turns to the side and shows like that he's a zombie. That was in like Resident Evil 1. So they kind of like checked all the boxes. It seems like with the trailer, like all the Resident Evil fans is just like, yeah, I think they.
It was very fast paced too, so like it wasn't like lingering. So like when they were going through RPD. It was like fast paced, like almost like you're in the game.
Did they show what's his name making an appearance, Mr. X?
I don't think they show. I don't think they're gonna. Actually, it was a quick snippet. It looked like
it shows
Mr. X. I think so, but it was a creature upside down. So I don't know.
Oh, it's the liquor.
Yeah,
they had the liquor is
the liquor like had eyes.
Yo, that's
this motherfucker is freaky.
I hate the fucking liquor, dog.
That's the I will say, Adrian, that's the one creature in Resident Evil I did not like at all.
I was about to ask Swab, does he want to watch a show with a character called the Liquor? Just asking, like.
Hey man, you just like lollipops.
Yeah, sure.
Maybe he like alcohol. You on that good cushion alcohol?
Oh yeah, okay, yeah.
Oh, you're muted, Suave.
You muted, Suave.
God damn it.
See, he took himself out of the conversation.
No, I need to see that spelling before I'm gonna agree to check this shit out.
Right. Is that a Q? Is that liquor with a Q?
I need to know.
Otherwise, keep that. And then you want to tell me it's horror and his name is the Liquor? Ain't no good coming from that.
No.
Ain't no good coming from that.
Not at all.
No. I know how horror movies go.
Exactly. You fuck with this shit, JD? Did you watch this trailer?
I have not watched this trailer yet. I have it queued, but I don't want to deafen you guys so I can listen to it. But
is this Hannah John Kamen person black?
Yes. Ooh, yes. Bad.
Because I was hoping there would be no black people in this movie, so I wouldn't.
She's light skinned.
It wouldn't get attached to.
She was in Ant-Man the Wasp.
Oh yeah, she was Ghost. She was Ghost.
Yes.
Right.
Bad.
Gotcha.
Bad.
But yeah, I just didn't want her to be
Okay.
black because I don't want to like worry about certain people.
Oh,
So
she
I
black.
mean, Jill Valentine is a famous character. I don't know if she dies in the games.
No, she survives.
Yeah,
Okay.
she's basically
She's one of the-
she's like Leon.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
so there's basically like 4 big characters, 5 really. You got Leon, Claire, Jill, Chris, and Wesker. Those are like the reoccurring main.
Oh,
Okay.
Ada doesn't survive?
Ada, she makes an I think she makes an appearance in like
And
I want
two,
to say
right?
Revelations. Yeah, like she was in 2. That's when she was. But I'm trying to remember like where her storyline continues. I want to say it's Revelations.
Oh, okay.
Oh, and then she comes back in Resident Evil 4, I
4.
believe too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but I'm
Yeah,
excited
I'm
as a
gonna have to
Resident Evil
get it.
fan. I'm super excited.
True.
I'm just glad they're redoing it.
Yeah, they needed to, dog. Like those movies took a turn for the worse. I remember sitting in that theater. I was so mad.
Damn, for
It
real.
was like the last. It was like the last
Like
one.
luster. It was a lot luster.
It was
They
just disrespectful. It was just
they
it was
just gave up
dumb.
on it. They gave up on the source material immediately. They were like,
immediately.
this is basically it was almost like they were competing with Underworld, where they were trying to have like it would be the same as I forgot the main character of Underworld, but like those two were kind of like the two like bad like will kill you women of their era, like
Kate
the fantasy.
Beckinsale.
Yeah, Kate Beckinsale and I cannot
Milia
pronounce it.
Djokovic.
Yes, her. She or as a Jan or Djokovic. It's Janovich, right?
Jovovic.
I thought it was Djokovic. I know it's like a JON.
Oh, okay.
VICH.
Well, yes,
like
they were competing basically for the same role almost, like fantasy superwomans, right? She was basically by the end she was like, super powerful in a way that was like weird, like it didn't have anything to do with zombies.
Yeah.
And I was like,
damn.
with that one, it was the storyline of her being
like one of the first test subjects.
Oh, I did spell it right. Haha. Yeah, she was the first test subject to be imbued with the virus as a human, and it amplified her.
Right.
Because she took the right dosage.
But it
same
it
thing
got
with
to
Wesker.
it got to the point. Oh, so that's Wesker's actual story.
Yeah, Wesker got powerful because he took the right dosage.
Right.
And what's her name? What's her name in the movie?
Alice, I think.
Alice, yeah. Alice. Alice was like the female version of Wesker.
Yeah.
But she decided to.
It just got ridiculous, though.
It
was
got
like
super ridiculous.
It was like the Fast and Furious franchise. How ridiculous it got to the point where it was like I watched 1 and I think I watched 2, and then when I saw the trailer for 3, I was like, I'm out. Like
which one was what's his name? Mike Epps was in. Was that 2 or 3?
2 and 3.
Was in one of them shits?
Yeah, he was in 2.
I think
because it was in Raccoon City, and then he survived until Apocalypse, and that's when he got bit.
Damn.
Because he
Apocalypse is the last one I saw.
Yeah,
my cousin Mikey loved the Resident Evil movies.
He got bit on his nipple and turned into a zombie.
Oh,
this looks fire. I'm not confident in the cast.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like the cast is a little.
And you got Robbie Amell, who while I don't hate Robbie Amell and Stephen Amell,
is he like Chris?
I think so.
He looks like Chris.
It feels like let's go with C tier actors. We don't have to pay him a lot.
Basically,
give it like an A tier budget.
See, I mean, at the same time,
play like a Marvel. I feel like, and maybe this is just because my brain's making the only correlation I can think of. Right, they're hoping the movie elevates them enough to where they can save money on the actors. That's what Marvel did, right? They bet on not bad actors, but like actors who weren't the biggest at the time, because so they can put more into the overall movie's budget and production, so they didn't have to pay their actors as much.
You talking about
And because
Avengers?
they're trying to,
Yeah,
talking
yeah.
about Avengers, Marvel's whole reboot, right? That was their whole plan.
The only
Get
reason it
actors-
got
Yeah,
effed up is RDJ became everybody's favorite human being, and then that contract ran out, and he took them for like 170 mil. So that's why the contracts are so weird now. Because RDJ
Yes, he was
did
Iron
so
Man.
well. Yeah, he was Iron Man, but then he was Sherlock Holmes, and it was like, man, you can't imagine him not being Iron Man. So it's like once he like they didn't realize he was going to be that great because they got him at a discount because
Yeah,
of
because
the
he was
whole rehab stuff.
yeah,
right.
exactly.
So they're like,
They
yeah,
did well. Yeah.
and he killed it. And once he killed it, it was like that's the only
It was
reason
proud.
that any of those people are making any money is because of him. And then that's also why they're not making as much money because that first negotiation was probably painful. And they're like, we will never do this
We will
again.
never get taken again.
Never again. But yeah, I do think these are the cheaper casts. Like I said, Nickelodeon, Robbie Amell is CW mostly.
I have
He
no
was in that
idea.
Netflix movie.
Yeah,
The
Robbie
main-
Amell was in
Miguel?
this. He was he was
what
in
name
the
is it? The Power movie. The
Cody,
movie with the
yeah.
Powers.
yeah
Yeah.
with his brother
That was decent.
Yeah, his cousin.
Oh, they got a second one coming out.
or
Oh,
cousin.
okay.
Sorry, yeah, cousin.
Yeah, Stephen Amell is the Arrow. So yeah, like they're CW royalty, and then you got Neil McDonough. I don't know who William Birkin is to Resident Evil, but I see him in a lot of like he always plays like a villain in like these like B movies.
Oh,
and
he's
Damien Dark in
Damien Dark.
CW.
Yeah, he's in the New American Horror Story actually as President Eisenhower.
Yeah, he always plays some. He always plays. He has the most villain look ever. It's the platinum blonde hair.
Which is
Yeah.
funny because he is a really like devoted Christian. So like when they try to give him sex scenes, he doesn't. He says I'm not doing them.
Lord.
So they get like a body double.
You got the guy who plays Detective.
Could you
what's his
imagine
name?
that? That's
in
your only
Gotham?
job is to be a body double for sex scenes.
Hey,
It's a
man.
sweet gig.
Damn. Hey,
No,
that
there's
would be a
people.
sweet gig.
There's models who like they're just like this is my tricep model or something like that. Like for your
Yeah.
body part. Like oh yeah, he's gonna have his arms out a lot with the camera facing his back. This guy's got good triceps. You don't have good triceps. You're supposed to be Thor. Like who knows? Like there are people who do that. Like you got butt models for women. Like where it's just
Yeah.
a woman who's got your same build except for she's got a nicer butt than you. So. So when the camera is facing you that way, she's standing there with the suit on. Yeah, they do all that stuff.
That's wild.
He was, and I was trying to remember where I remember this guy from. Probably Suits or Altered Carbon. I'm like,
Oh
he
yeah,
was in none of this
Suits.
shit.
So he was
Which
he
one?
was a,
I
never
McDonough.
Oh yeah.
He was.
There's a
Sean
guy
He was in
Cahill.
Suits.
who played McTaggart. Is that the name of the detective in Gotham?
Yeah. Taggart. Yeah.
Taggart. He's also in it. He plays Brian Irons. I don't know who that is, but
Right, Ironside.
yeah, a lot of these people are like like you said, this is definitely a budget cast. But I think you kind of have to
I'm
do
gonna
that
give
with
it a
Resident
chance.
Evil. You have to.
Yeah, you definitely have to.
Because just like they gave what's name a chance, or Pattinson as Batman a chance, I guess.
Hey, but we still don't know if he did well. That movie, like that's to be determined whether he deserves to be Batman.
Well, apparently,
Mhm.
what's his name? Jeffrey White.
Not sure
Is it,
why.
who plays Watcher on What If?
Oh,
He's Commissioner Gordon in the movie,
okay.
and so
Yeah, I think I know you're talking.
he was saying, "Oh, Robert Pattinson was like a badass as Batman."
Sure.
So we'll see. Well,
Yeah.
we'll see what happens.
So WandaVision is getting a spinoff starring I guess spoiler alert if you haven't finished that. But starring Agatha Harkness.
Yeah.
Let's go.
She locked up. So it don't
I
matter.
mean,
They're gonna
I'm,
probably do a past before she even got to the
Yeah,
town.
you think?
absolutely.
There's more to explore. This whole
She's
like
hundreds of
there's
years old or
witches.
Oh,
thousands
well,
of
true,
years
true,
old.
true. There's a lot of
So
fertile ground there.
yeah, so you get to
Sure.
you're gonna probably see several, periods of
Several other
like
witches.
ages or and
Yeah.
like time periods. Like not just like how she became super powerful, but like what happened then and what happened then. Like there's so much space in between her, getting effed up by Wanda that like yeah.
Yeah.
And she's also such a great actress. I mean, she's her name forgets my mind right now, and I feel bad about it. But like, I really enjoy her part, and I've enjoyed her in the other things that I've seen her in. She's fucking hysterical. Like, she's just fucking hysterical. I love her. My favorite part of WandaVision, honestly, was just her portrayal of Agatha. The twist that it was her. Like it's just played that shit beautifully.
Catherine Hahn, that's her name.
Catherine Hahn, yeah.
I mean, I like WandaVision. I'm curious about how it's gonna go. Mark says, and they just replied to this. There's an Injustice movie. I haven't
Yeah.
seen.
Yeah.
You guys haven't seen that? I dropped the trailer for you guys not too long ago.
I watched the trailer you dropped. I haven't seen the movie.
It's the animated movie.
I didn't even know it came out yet.
9/16. Play that shit real fast. That thing is fantastic. Superman's about to freaking break
okay.
bones
This-
and split people in half, and I'm so for it.
No,
I love that
It must be
first.
so hard being Superman. Having to know that you could destroy everything and then being like the good guy. Fuck that. I couldn't. That's why this power could not be mine. It couldn't be mine. I'm fully aware
Exactly.
that my moral compass is
No
not
power
key.
should ever be yours.
It's
Agreed.
why I don't like him. It's why I don't
Facts.
like him. He's not
That's fair.
realistic.
He's not being true to himself.
He's not. He's just. It's just.
yeah.
He's not being. He's not being true to yourself.
No, that's
There we
exactly
go.
what the fuck I was
Let's
gonna say.
Let's be
That's
real
the
honest
right
here.
one.
Let's not.
He
But
chose to be a nerd and get beat up in high school. Could you imagine? I remember one comic book
He wasn't
issue
a
he
nerd.
literally
What?
got
I would have
Dang.
turned all of them into like
Huh?
stains
Like-
on the wall.
like Burn Bright, right? That
Brightburn, yeah.
Brightburn,
yeah.
Brightburn,
Yeah, I would have
that is-
turned them all to. But like, I remember one comic book panel, like they did like a flashback of something like, and he was like, he took a punch from some chalk, right? And I could just imagine, like, I know to him, right, that wasn't nothing. That was like a
That's what
fly
I'm saying.
running into you, right? But just the arrogance of this motherfucker hitting a god, like hitting his mortal being, hitting a god. I would have made him paint like against the wall. I would have slapped him and made him paint against the wall, and then I would have just.
That's why you can't have powers or a Death Star.
There you go.
Yeah, or a Death Star. Absolutely no Death Star for you, Tech. I'm sorry.
I don't want a Death Star.
I mean, like
I
your
can't-
number.
That's too much
You're,
responsibility.
it's 1A and 1B for you. Carl can't have one. You can't have one.
no,
Ain't nobody
but,
letting you have Death Stars.
Injustice is gonna be great, right? Because like
I read the first issue, like the first run of like the
Read
first
the comics.
Well,
Read
yeah,
the
first
comics
comic.
when the game came out.
Right. And it
It's
is. I loved it. I love to see, and I'm a Superman hater, like proud Superman hater, right? But I love the scene where he's like the Green Lantern, and this is spoiler territory for people who actually want to watch it and be incredibly surprised instead of just mildly surprised.
I like how things flip. You don't have to say too much. You like how
Well,
things
no,
flip.
what he did, a specific scene with the Green Lantern when
Okay.
Hal Jordan's trying to stop him, and he just takes the ring off like in mid fight. He just moves so fast and like Hal's like
takes the
looking.
ring.
He's in like regular clothes, like just in
He's like,
midair,
"Shit."
like what? And then he just falls. I was like, oh my gosh, this is the most. I literally looked at that page for like 30 minutes. I looked at that whole sequence for 30. It's so beautiful. And that's what made me. I was like, I'm gonna watch this thing. It got weird after a while because like it
You
tries
should
to
have just broke his finger off.
Well,
with the ring.
this was before he was killing his friends. This was like
Damn.
he was just killing
Yeah.
evil people right now. So when they were trying to stop him, he's like, "Nah, you can't stop me. I'm not stopping. No, this is too much." And Hal was like, "All right, you're gonna make me stop you." And he was like,
Yo,
You're
this
gonna
is
stop
like
me.
right here. Hold on,
"Superman,
I'm gonna-
that's some night chest." He's just like,
I'm gonna
rips him.
drop this real quick.
Oh my gosh.
I can't
It's-
share
it
images,
is-
but
you know me and visuals. So when I saw that, I was like, "This is freaking
It's the
brilliant."
second time that happened too.
Yeah, so I mean, Batman's done it to him before, so
Yeah.
like if Batman can do it to you, Batman just slipped it off his finger, but Superman just was like, you can't stop me. Like I know you got the most powerful weapon in the universe. I know you think you got the Green Lantern. That's such a misnomer. It's not the most powerful weapon in the universe. I don't know who named it that. It's very inaccurate. So he just ripped it off his finger. I was like, you would think it had a failsafe for that kind of thing. If it's the most powerful weapon in the universe, the thing should at least have some kind of like locking mechanism so that you can't get it ripped off your finger at light speed. But yes, so if you want to watch that, I read the comic, so I wasn't so like gung ho to watch the anime thing because I really did like that first issue, like the first run. So they did Injustice 1 and then they did Injustice 2, which I just didn't want to. I was like, once they started trying to mix in the reasons why Batman can punch Superman, I was like, I'm uninterested now. Like, I get it because that's for the video game, but I was like, oh, he took some pills and now his tensile strength and his muscles make him a lot. No, it still doesn't make sense. I'm sorry, he still shouldn't be able to hurt Superman. Like,
he should still be paint against the wall.
Right. Now, if they like, Batman has suits just like Iron Man that are built to kill the Justice League. Right? He literally has. There's a whole thing where he like. The Joker basically uses toxins to control the Justice League, and he beats all.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
There's literally a scene where Batman does that. But that's how he would have to do it, and even in an Injustice comic, for me to enjoy it. I mean, I'm a Batman's my favorite superhero. Superman is my least favorite superhero, but I'm still not so naive as to say, oh yeah, couple of these pills that increase the tensile strength and his, the tensile strength of his muscles, and now he can, punch the Man of Steel, like who can literally like fly next to the sun. Like, I'm sorry.
Well, it doesn't just increase their tensile strength of the muscles. It also increases their durability.
If it
So
doesn't,
it puts them on par as not as like Superman, but like
yes, I understand, but that's the line you can't balance. Unless it's a thermonuclear reactor that you're now able to somehow like hold in your body, like unless the only way you would be able to explain it away to me is magic, because Superman has a weakness to magic in the comics that's documented. So if you did,
I think it was
it was science. They took pills. If it was Dr.
Right.
Fate saying these guys can hit me, these guys like, okay, I'm gonna cast a spell that allows Superman to be hit by mortal people.
I thought it was both. It was a mix between both.
No, now they did have Dr. Fate on their side, but I don't think it was a spell. I think they were taking. They all started taking pills.
Satana who helped with the. Because I know it was made. Well, then again, I don't know. Maybe I don't know what tech he used, because it was far in the future.
I'll have to read it again, but that I love the first, especially the first issue of Injustice. It's one of my favorite DC comic issues.
Yeah,
like that whole scene with Superman decided he's going to become ruler of the world was like, this is pretty much how I expect it to go if a Superman ever exists. And this is the first thing he does. Not, oh, I've had enough. No, this is the first thing he does. He's always thought we were stupid and weak, and he's just hoping that we can get our act together. That's the guy. This is the guy I thought he was. This is the Lex Luthor nightmare that is coming true.
Lex was right. He's always been right.
Yeah, of course.
He always knew it was just one little small thing for Superman to flip and realize that spending his effort saving us was pointless because humans are just awful.
Well, I think in that timeline,
speak for yourself.
I
think in that timeline,
humanity is awful. You all are great. I mean,
I think in that timeline for that one, Lex was right, but in other timelines,
Lex has always been right.
It's an Elseworlds story.
If Lane dies, no matter what, if Lane dies, if she is murdered, and no matter what timeline, if she is murdered, if some villain decides he wants to be super, big D energy and kills Lane, Superman's going to kill everything no matter what. Right. She is the only thing stopping him from going over the man.
That's only true if it's a human does it. Because if Darkseid comes down and kills Lane, he's not gonna. He'll still protect her. It has to be. But like, if it's like a human villain, like that does that, then because he's like, okay, you guys have been trouble the whole time, but now your trouble's like on my door.
But it wasn't Lois that took him over the edge. it was killing his kid
and Lois.
and Lois that
And
took
Lois.
him over the edge.
That's what I'm saying.
If he killed
anything,
Lois,
his mom, Lois, his kid, his dog. If someone, if it's any of that, will set him over the edge.
Crypto's
because
pretty safe.
yeah,
Ain't nobody
well, I
killing
mean,
Crypto.
it's an iffy. That's iffy because
Just really gotta worry about-
because sometimes
all of us.
sometimes he didn't even go with Lois. He went with Wonder Woman instead.
Yeah, in some universes, in some stories. And what
Yeah.
starts
They always
it'll
had a fling,
go
right?
to Wonder Woman, but he always comes back to Lois. It doesn't
Right.
It's
matter.
facts.
Doesn't matter where he is. That's just a story on in that's like the journey to Lois.
That's
Right.
always a journey to Lois. Even in the animated ones recently, they started when Wonder Woman and him started dating, but then once he met Lois, it was over.
Yeah, it's over. But yeah, definitely watch that. It's a DC anime. When did it come out, Tech? I don't even remember when it came out. I watched it. I was watching it because I love the comic. Like
But
I
the
said.
trailer?
Yeah, no.
The
When
trailer
it
came out 9/10.
so
Say
the
again?
so the animated thing hasn't come out yet.
No.
No, it's
okay,
it's coming
okay,
out.
good.
It's
We
coming
haven't
out
missed
like
it.
I think October, November. So this month or next month, something like that.
Okay, cool. I'll be watching out for it so I can.
Homelander is genuinely racist, though. Homelander's just a
No,
fucking-
Homelander has, and
Yeah.
I don't like The Boys, so I'm not really a big fan. Didn't really watch much of it, but Homelander is effed up. His life is effed up. Like it's not just like he's not Superman because Superman has a very good upbringing, right? Like he has every reason to be good, and Homelander has the exact opposite.
Yeah.
So Mark said the Injustice movie is out now.
I mean, that's what it sounds like. We'll see.
Let's take a look.
I won't be surprised because I know
Is it
the
on
trailer came out a
HBO
while
Max?
back.
I guess it would be, right? Are y'all
Initially.
looking forward to this? Aside from Tech, who is, yay evil all the time. I'm looking forward to this WandaVision spinoff.
Not evil. Not yay evil. I'm just in general in favor of
Evil.
Superman being true to his personality, his real personality.
Oh no, I'm talking about Agatha. We're going back to WandaVision.
Oh, Agatha.
Oh
yeah.
yeah. Back on
Yeah.
track.
Let's come out
Sorry,
October
yeah, you went off
19th.
track.
Oh, maybe it's out now. Okay.
I'm gonna have to. This is a wait and see moment for me. I'm gonna have to watch it because she was cool for the WandaVision story, but I was only interested in her because as a foil to Wanda.
Yeah.
Like I liked that there was another magic user. It wasn't just Wanda versus like Sword. Right, because it's not a fair fight for Sword. It's very unfortunate for them. Like the only thing they'll pose is moral questions for her. They're not going to be a physical obstacle. Like she could literally disintegrate them. So I like that there was another spellcaster involved in the story. Am I interested in where she came from? I would say not particularly interested in who she is, but I could watch a story about her. I think that you could compel me with. I just got to see what else the story, like where it is, what time it's placed in, what other Marvel characters are going to be in it. She does have some storylines after, she does have some storylines in the Marvel universe besides, this Wanda confrontation. So, I'm not exactly sure yet, but I am. I'll look. First episode will let me know. Maybe first 3 episodes will let me know if this is a story I want to follow or whatever. But
I feel you. Mark said in the flashbacks they made it seem like she had good intentions. I wonder if they'll use that as the basis for her show. When did she have good intentions?
like she was like she wanted it kind of did seem like she wanted the witches to kind of like
come to the forefront.
Yeah, get over some of their rules to kind of like she wanted to like kind of like
integrate.
No, she wanted to. I think she wanted them to do more than hide.
Yeah.
Like to come out as like they're powerful. Especially she knew how strong she was. So, but I also think that I don't think she had good intentions as much as she would have. She's like, if you make my path easier, then I won't kill you. And they did it, so she killed them.
Yeah.
That's what I said.
I don't know if I got good intentions from that. But
I
I
think it's
see.
the case
I feel
for
like I
any.
see where you're going. I'm sorry. What was that,
Yeah.
JD?
No, I was just I was agreeing. I was agreeing with AJ. I think it's the case for any individual, especially how long she's lived, right? Like she's gone through like the witch trials. I think she made a statement in her long speech referencing that, stuff like that. So I imagine that this whole show is just going to kind of be about that. The other witches that are in the MCU, though we don't see, which is fascinating. I personally have not read a lot, comic book wise, about like magic users in the MCU. I know they exist. I have never read too much of them besides outside of Doctor.
Yeah, I don't know much about the like Marvel witches.
Yeah.
Oh, look like Mark got fucking injustice in his plex already. So wherever
I
you
couldn't. I couldn't
watch your
find
Says
content
one's
off
supposed to come
book.
out till the 19th, but I guess whatever.
They probably got
Ahead of time.
screeners and stuff out already.
Mhm.
So I mean, we'll see. Um, I'm gonna check out the. I feel like WandaVision was really well done. I liked it. And I liked the Loki series. So I feel like if it's that same kind of content, I probably still like it, even though I'm not necessarily invested in the story. So I'm
Mhm.
gonna check it out. At the very least, I'm gonna check it out.
Yeah, I give
Uh,
it. Like I said, I give it 3 episodes.
Absolutely. So, all right, man. Anything else for Agatha or Raccoon City or this new Switch that's coming out, Injustice, any of that?
Um,
So we got to get Kev to get a Switch. We got
He's
to get
gonna
him
get
to
one.
watch Resident Evil the
You just gotta get him.
movie.
Hold on,
Gotta
let me
get him to
You,
do what
we
he already
you got a
wants
lot of
to
stuff to
do.
do for the rest of this year, man. You got
Mhm.
a lot on your plate.
I
So
got a
I hope
long to
you're
do
ready.
list here.
We
Of
I hope
just
you're
gotta
course,
get
ready.
of
Kev.
course,
The Switch is something Kev wants to do. Like we
of
just need to.
course.
We just need to
Nah.
get it close to his hands. Like that's all we need to do. It's just like somebody needs to just slide it over to him. And be like,
I mean, it's right here.
"What you
Yeah,
gonna do? What you gonna do with that Switch sitting next to you?"
exactly.
Mark says jailbreak it. Wow.
Yo,
Hey,
get it.
that
Oh,
might not be
hey,
a bad idea.
facts.
You're
Mark is
watching Netflix on a little small screen like that.
Mhm.
I don't know why you jailbreak. What would one do with a Switch, jailbroken Switch?
free games.
Besides,
Emulation.
yeah, I
Games.
guess so. That's true. Well, free games, yeah. Like free Switch games though.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah. Free Switch games, free GameCube games,
free
free.
whatever kind of games you can run on that mofo.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I do not be stealing games. Just not because there's not even a moral reason. I'm too lazy. Like
It's
that's
a lot
why
of work.
I pay for things because I don't want to work for them. So I'm like I think you can grow your own food if you
Absolutely.
wanted to. You can grow your own food. Not doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mark is the legendary scammer.
Wow.
Absolutely. Switch is an NVIDIA Shield, so basically whatever that can run. Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
Well, there
sweet.
you go. You got a bunch of fucking options. A
That's
bunch of
true.
options.
Well, if you want to jailbreak mine for a smaller fee than actually like what it costs for some of those games, I'll sit it up there, and then
Hey.
I will join the jailbreak
He said he'll pay
community.
for shipping.
So let's talk about this topic of the week a little bit. So, earlier this week, Facebook's everything was completely offline for,
Crash.
I mean, like a whole workday over here in America.
Yeah. That outage was it seemed very long. Like
It was.
I
He was
can't
messing
even
with me.
imagine the chaos and those fucking like whatever they use to communicate. It's probably you think they make them use? Do you think they use Slack or they make them use like Facebook Messenger
Facebook Messenger.
internally?
I'll use Facebook Messenger.
They probably use Messenger or WhatsApp. They might use WhatsApp, but
Yeah.
Messenger has been there their messaging platform that they're trying to push like across, like they bringing it to
Everything.
Instagram and
Yeah.
oh, you don't even need a Facebook. You can still use Messenger, and so they probably use Messenger.
Highest
Yeah.
paid tech employees make $1 million a year and suffer
What?
even more.
$1 million a year.
Sell their
Jesus.
soul.
Hey, I'll
That's
suffer
nice.
for a year.
That's
Nah,
nice.
I wouldn't.
Get up
Nah, I
outta
It's
here.
not worth it.
I couldn't
Depends
do
on
it.
My
depends on the
mental
type of
health is
suffering.
Right.
Not
Well, that's
these.
true. That's true. I ain't gonna lie.
Depends on the type of suffering.
Not these environments. Like I couldn't do it. That'd be a nightmare.
Oh, they're probably literally chickens with their heads cut off over there. What the fuck is going on? All because of DNS issue. Somebody did that shit intentionally.
I mean, it was
I am
perfect.
convinced.
It was perfect timing because of that whole. They were talking about the, it was that whistleblower
Mhm.
to Congress who was like, yo, like
Mhm.
Facebook is fucking toxic, blah blah blah.
Yep.
It's a danger to your kids. It was like perfect time. It was like right when that shit was put out there. It was like, oh, Facebook down. I was like, oh shit.
We're actually not a danger to your kids. We don't exist. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
It's more like, oh, we're in danger? Okay. Cut this shit. Let's see how long it lasts.
No, there's no way they did that. He lost $6 billion during that short.
7. I think.
Not him, not the company itself. I'm talking about somebody in that in there said, you know what, fuck it, and fucked up all the
switch.
routes.
Yeah, the routes. Said,
They fucked up. That's I was like, oh,
Facebook exists, but only like metaphorically, like,
metaphorically mentioned.
like you can't actually get to it, but it's real. It's like quantum mechanics right now. We don't really know what's going on. We got ideas.
So they were like, oh, this is because it was all over the news, and like in seconds, they're like, oh, this is cybersecurity, it's best, blah, 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 hacking, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, bro, y'all know somebody internally did this shit. They're like, oh yeah, that somebody hacked into Facebook and
Or did that.
Facebook is Facebook,
Or somebody internally paid to take down Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
Or this is all Google's AI, and they're like, "Hey, Google's like, let's test the AI out."
This was the warning shot.
Yeah, and they were like, "Hey,
wow,
do something really bold, like do something. Let us." They wanted to see if the AI can really like control the world. They're like, "Take down Facebook."
That's how Skynet happens.
Absolutely. That was. They turned it on and they were like, take down Facebook. They released right now it's a genie, of course. But then, anybody who's seen Aladdin 2 knows when Jafar becomes a genie, he's worse, right? So right now you got the genie. You just turn on the AI, tell it to do a couple things. It's like, oh, now you got unlimited power. And then it eventually takes over the world. So
yeah,
just waiting for that now.
I think Google is still salty about Google Plus. Oh
yeah, absolutely.
Definitely.
Absolutely. They didn't forget that. They didn't forget that. They've been training the AI to hate Facebook
the whole time.
The whole time. Like the whole time. They're like, they've been showing it pictures of Google Plus and Facebook saying, look at this, right? This one's
that was sad. I actually like Google Plus.
Google Plus is actually not bad.
I did not use that.
It's Google's fault. They don't buy into market it.
Yeah, they don't stick with their products.
They're just like, yeah, this is a great idea, right? But as soon as like if it doesn't just catch like wildfire, then they just leave it. They just abandon it.
That's true. They are quick to be like, oh, didn't catch on. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Yep.
They're like,
it's dead to me now.
That was a write-off.
Fun while it lasted. Right. It's a write-off. It's a way to show that they're constantly innovating to their investors to be like, look, we're in every space. But the truth is they really aren't in any space.
Facts.
They're not like
they had close friends feature before anybody else. I wouldn't know.
No, yeah, it was a good way to like manage your groups.
Yeah.
Right? In a way that Facebook, especially at that time, did not have. Yeah. Like everybody was all in one spot, but in the Google Plus, you're like, oh, these are the people I go to when I'm talking about Android stuff. This is the people I go to when I'm talking about
circles.
These are my just friends. Like these are my college friends. These are my my family members. These are
high school.
I was really on that.
Yeah. You have your intersection. Yeah, we
Yeah,
just
I remember us talking about it a lot at in the summer.
in the
Like,
summer, right?
That's
Right.
how
yeah,
we started doing the online stuff when we did our calls.
Right.
yep.
So
Rest in
But
peace.
unfortunately, it's dead and gone.
Yeah.
Just like Google Glass, dead and gone.
it was good, guys. It was good. You could have so many. There were so many options. They just
Oh, we didn't know how it worked
I wish
either.
they would have sold it to somebody. Let somebody try to like. I wish they
Google
did
don't
that
do
with it. That's what I'm saying. Why not? Like you're gonna kill the idea. You rather sink the ship full of treasure just
Yeah.
because you like. I got so much treasure over here. This ain't even gonna
Nobody
fit
else
in
can
my.
have it.
Yeah, so you
Yeah.
just sink it to the bottom of the ocean.
It's One-Eyed Willie from the Goonies. That's what it is.
Wow.
It-
No, I feel like they don't want to sell it because then like they can use it later. Not the same thing, but they can take stuff from it
Oh right,
Yeah,
right,
and
right,
use
pieces
it in
of
new
it.
IP.
Oh yeah, they
yeah.
probably and they absolutely do that where they take pieces of other stuff and they're like, oh, we'll reuse it here.
Yep.
But
Soon you'll be able to play Stadia in your Google Glass.
Bruh.
If they ever
Oh.
get that shit back.
That's that hurt. Too dead. Like
Stadia,
I mean,
in your
Stadia is still
Google
hanging,
Glass?
but there's no
I mean,
support.
that's-
There's no like. I don't even understand why it's still up.
They're
I
like
don't.
Stadia is like Sears right now. They're still
Damn.
hanging on by a thread,
By
but
a
That
it's
is
thread,
cold.
nigga.
JD, you're
Yeah.
muted.
Damn. Sorry.
Terrible.
That hurt.
Sears is like a husk. You walk into a Sears and it's
That's so sad. I spent so
Even
much
the
time in
employees are
Sears on
sad.
my that's honestly I feel like coming to work every day, it's like damn, like this store is just it's a
Dying.
ticking time bomb. It's just about to
Dying.
be out of here.
We losing recipes out here.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's like Google is laundering drug money with some of these dumbass. They probably. I wouldn't put it past
Seriously.
them.
wouldn't put it past them. Would not put it past them.
Not even
Seriously.
a little bit.
That is a great way to look at it. 'Cause
Yeah.
nobody have more businesses than a drug dealer.
Bruh.
Nobody except for Google.
Except for Google. So.
It's crazy.
So. Let's see. Facebook was down, Instagram was down, and WhatsApp was down for.
WhatsApp's down,
Yeah.
Like it was like 10 a.m. to like 3, 4
2, 2, 3,
p.m.
something like that. Yeah.
Could you imagine
And-
like just imagine the panic.
Oh my gosh.
Like
I was kind of
Absolutely.
relieved a little bit.
Why you relieved?
No, not your panic. the
I understand.
engineers.
I was relieved that it went down because I was like, oh, I'll check it. Okay.
Yeah, they were the exact opposite.
Oh no, for them.
Yeah.
Oh no, it was hell. It was hell for them. It was like a second.
I've
section of
managed
hell.
a single website for the first company I worked for, and if that thing went down, my hair was on fire.
Yeah.
A
Yeah.
single website. I was calling everybody in IT. I was down there in the room with them trying to figure out why it went down. Single website. It ain't nobody clicks on this website. The analytics will tell you. Don't nobody care about my little website.
Oh yeah.
But it was my job to keep it up.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Now imagine if that website was worth hundreds of billions
Literally
of dollars.
billions of people on the platform,
Yeah, right.
No.
They
And
use it
people
every
depend
day
on
to
it,
connect
so-
with other people.
especially WhatsApp.
I was talking to Malik, and Ann was talking in that code about how people in you know
Internationally.
developing nations
Other countries. Yeah.
you depend like
That's their
depend on
internet.
that shit. Like yes, Facebook is the whole internet because Facebook has partnerships with telecom companies.
Yeah.
Right.
To where
right.
Facebook, WhatsApp data does not count toward your data usage on your phone plan. And so like they had like they use it for business, they use it for personal shit, they use it for like it's everything. And I
Yeah.
mean, so with the
Yep.
time difference, I want to say there was a lot of places that weren't, necessarily active business wise, but it or we're going
Or
toward the
up.
end of their day, but like that shit was like crazy for them. And I mean, it was
Yeah.
something I hadn't considered because like I mean, I've lived here my whole life. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but that shit was like, mind blowing. Like, I was reading an article about, somebody who was trying to do like inventory, and their whole, basically their whole inventory system was suddenly down, and
Yep.
they couldn't do nothing about it. Like, you're calling your
There
phone
was-
company, and they're like,
There was a lot of controversy about that because the headline was, "Oh, Facebook's providing internet to countries that don't have it," right? But what they're really providing is Facebook
Mhm.
through internet. So it's like they're really just getting more people hooked on the product,
basically.
Yeah,
So-
it's
so
kind of
they-
like how AOL used to be. Like that used to be
Yes.
like your window into the
and
internet. That was
like
your
Google is
one-stop
now.
shop. Yeah.
Like Google is now. Google is your entry into the internet. So like Facebook's trying to be Google for other like overseas. Like
Yeah.
they can't be Google in America, but they can be Google somewhere else. And that's kind of what I think they were trying to do. So yeah, that's trash to like think that they like Facebook is your internet.
The
and
whole
then-
internet.
Yeah, for us, like literally, I have a Facebook. I don't check that thing because I think that like unless you're like us mostly, like unless you're like either checking in on family or friends or whatever, but like Facebook has no. I think Instagram is more of the everyday kind of app, right?
Yeah,
Which it was
for
sure.
also down for a little bit, but that would have been if I had been checking Instagram that day, would have been the one that I was like, hey, what's going on? I completely missed this. I had no idea until afterwards. I only knew
Yeah.
because of the Discord, because y'all were saying it in the Discord. I
Yeah.
didn't. This was just one of those days where I didn't check Instagram, and obviously I wouldn't get no Instagram messages, so I didn't. Usually, somebody's sharing some video or some
Yeah.
reel or whatever, and I didn't get any of those, so I didn't check Instagram. So it was kind of like a problem that solved itself. I did
I
not
was usually
realize
doing
this.
business work, and it just went down. I was like, oh, started watching the show. I was like, okay, well,
I try to log in because I have some sites I have connected to Facebook. I know it's
Right.
bad, but it's lazy. I was lazy.
Hey man, if they're not important, then I don't see why it's wrong. Like if it's
Yeah.
just like your Crunchyroll account is also you sign in, you authenticate with Facebook. That's your business.
yeah. There was a post somebody says like, it's funny that Facebook, Instagram, all that stuff went down, and all those models, all those people who use Instagram to make money and Facebook to make money lost they didn't lose. I don't know how much they lost, but
It depends.
but they put all their eggs in that one basket basically.
Yeah,
And
but you can say that about any market, couldn't you? What
Exactly.
if
What it said like
one
basically it can
solar
burn
flare
down.
and we're out of a job? One real good solar
Right.
flare, none of
Yeah.
us are working, right?
Of
Like,
course.
None of
why-
us working or living.
Well,
Right.
I'm talking about one that'll just destroy the
Take off the top,
The
yeah.
grid,
the power,
but
the
still.
grid,
But the
right?
but the chances of a solar I mean,
EMP.
No,
We're
there
out
was
of work for a while.
there was a solar flare scare last week. They were talking about the activity from the sun last week, talking about how dangerous it was.
well, I didn't see that.
I mean, the sun is always doing that. That's
Yeah.
that's
If it was
what
that important, it would have been all over, and people would have been panicking left and right. But
Right. No, right. But they were already talking about the activity from the sun. Like it was like last week or the week before where they were saying that the solar flare. Like
the same thing
for
about
us,
meteorite that's supposed to hit.
no, it missed us, and we didn't even
Yeah.
see it. We didn't
Right.
even see it.
That's what I'm saying. Like people gonna panic over. People will panic over Facebook, Instagram more than they panic about a meteorite solar flare.
That is true. That's true. But
Because
closer
it's
to you,
tied
man.
it's tied to either their business or their money, because the guy was like, oh, you see how fast some like Facebook went off, and somebody pretty much people's businesses can burn down over in in a second.
That's
Like
the
all
same
their
thing
hard
with
work can burn
OnlyFans.
down in a second.
That was the same thing with
OnlyFans, all this
OnlyFans.
stuff.
When they were like, look, we're not going to do this porn stuff anymore. There were people whose entire incomes were coming from that.
Right.
But like you kind of all specialize, right? It's not a lot of people who can, do that 7 streams of income thing, right?
Facts.
Like it's really hard
Very
to
few
do. It's
people.
not easy to have 7 streams. It's easy to make money It's easy to make money from 7 different things. That's not the same thing as making 7 streams. 7
Yeah.
streams. That means that these things flow towards you,
Set
right?
it and
Yes,
forget
They're
it.
always
Yeah.
coming. They're always coming.
It's not
whether you're
like,
sleeping
oh,
or
I
whatever.
I work at the barber shop. I also work at the car wash. I also, you know what I'm saying? That's not 7 streams of income.
That's
Like,
active. That's so
right,
shows you
exactly.
the active income.
So
If it
most
shows you
people
the passive
are
income is different. Yeah.
most people are one catastrophe away from being completely broke.
Yeah,
Like
Of
most
course.
people are one
especially
catastrophe.
medical.
Yeah. Like
And that's why
so.
the COVID's kind of been worse for has made things worse for a lot of people.
Mhm. Right. So it doesn't surprise me at all that people were like, "Oh my gosh, my entire life life flashed before my eyes when Facebook went down."
Yeah. It's
Because
people who don't have websites, don't have, Shopify stores, like all their shit is being sold on Instagram, being sold on Facebook Marketplace.
mhm.
Who can't do shit. Don't know what's going on, don't know when the shit coming back.
Yeah,
And Zuckerberg's he lost $6 billion in those few
yeah.
hours.
But for him, even though that's
it's
a
Trump
lot of
saying he
money,
don't want
that's
that
a
to
lot of
happen
money
again.
to us. But I mean, he's
that's
worth hundreds
pennies
of
to
billions of
him,
dollars.
but still, I wouldn't want that
It's
to
a lot
happen
of
No,
again.
like if he lost less than 1%. Oh, I guess it would be. He lost less than 1% of his wealth. I think he's over 100 billion, right? No, he's not that rich.
No.
No, he lost a significant percent. It's probably like
Yeah.
5-10% of what he's worth.
Yeah.
But still, he ain't sweating nothing. Like he ain't sweating nothing.
I'd still be pissed. I'd be like, who the fuck did this?
He probably loses that kind of money all the time. He'll gain it back over like when you're that rich and like your stock tanks for a little bit, like you lose like that much money, but then as soon as your stock goes back up, you gain it right back. Like Bezos, when he went through his divorce, right? He lost billions.
Half.
And well, he didn't lose. I don't think she got a complete half. I think that they made some argument about bankrupting Amazon if she.
Yeah.
Bankrupting Amazon. Anyway, I'm sorry.
Hey, look,
there's
he's got the best lawyers on the planet. They're probably
yeah.
but
they said they're probably robots.
They're probably robots. Alexa is probably his
aliens.
lawyer.
They're probably aliens.
What is the difference
Alexa,
between
do my divorce proceedings. That's what he
the
said.
difference between losing stock? Like stock, is going to be some risk involved, whatever. I mean, there's a risk in everything, but still, but an unexpected downage globally.
Yeah, but that's everybody but those rich people. Like that's me and you right now. Like it might not be Instagram or whatever, but like we're in the same boat if our business goes down. Like they're not. This didn't stop them from making money throughout the year. They're gonna make money, but
right. But
it just showed them, oh crap, like I'm very dependent on this platform. And hopefully, people start realizing, oh, I need to be a little bit more platform independent, or at least get some and have something outside of Instagram and Facebook.
Instagram, yeah.
Right.
I mean, I was talking to Malik about that shit, and I was saying if somebody I said somebody black because we were talking about Africa specifically. But if somebody black it was in this space and had some shit primed ready to go and could make these, connections and make deals with telecom, people would be on that shit in a heartbeat. At least to diversify. Cause I can't imagine my whole business being down for hours on end and all the news being yeah, we don't know what's going on, or we don't know when it's coming back. No one can get in. My whole livelihood, and you I don't know what's gonna happen to it. I would not be comfortable being stuck just there. So I feel if we can make it affordable, people would be ready to jump ship.
But then again, the normal consumer doesn't know isn't tech savvy to a sense of knowing the back end of how stuff works. They just know oh, I have Facebook. It's a website. I know how to get to it. That works. But all the news is oh, I don't know. Right. They're like, oh, well, we don't know what's going on. And then somebody tried to explain it. They had to get a cybersecurity expert, or they had to get a network engineer expert to say, like, oh, yeah, so it was a DNS issue. Oh, what is
I don't even think that
DNS?
matters.
Yeah,
I
They
think
don't, and they don't really
the
care. They're like,
problem is
okay, we
that
just want to back up.
it's not affordable to use other stuff. But because they don't get charged to use Facebook, because they don't get charged to use WhatsApp, that's where they at. If we can make other
Yeah.
shit affordable, they'd be all over that shit.
They basically try to do that to us with the net neutrality stuff. They're like, you know, the internet service providers want to be able to basically charge you for having a business inside your house. Basically, they don't want you to run a business in your house. But they're fine with opening up a pipeline for Netflix and for Facebook and stuff like that. Like, so most people wouldn't notice, like, oh crap, I'm paying $1 billion for internet. But anybody who's running a business outside of their home, you're gonna experience like these huge overage things, or you gotta upgrade your plan to be, you know, more friendly to the amount of data you use. Like, that's what the whole net neutrality thing was about. That's why they fought so hard for it, because they, you know, at one point, if you make internet affordable, right, then they can't capitalize on all of the money other people are making off of their service. And that's what they were fighting for. So that's what, I mean, Ajit Pai literally made those, like, he was like, the things you can still do after the net neutrality law was, you know, repealed or whatever happened to it, right? Like, he was like, oh yeah, you can still, and he was posting pictures of his food and, you know, making it seem, and they really do think the average person is dumb, right?
Face.
Punchable. But they really do.
Fidget spinners.
But yeah, so he was. That's what it was about. And so, yes, Facebook's basically doing the same thing ISPs are doing here, trying to do here to us, to them over there, where it's like, you know, we'll be your service provider, but now we get a piece basically of everything that you make.
Mm-hmm.
So it's pretty ridiculous.
It is. And then Twitch got hacked. Also, like, what was that yesterday?
I'm not gonna lie, that Twitch earnings site is pretty interesting.
Didn't it go down already?
Oh, they took it down?
Yeah, they took it down earlier today.
Of course they took it down. They ain't keep that up.
I forgot.
I wouldn't keep that up either.
Yeah, that chain is down.
Somebody has already recorded all the information though. You just gotta find out.
I mean, the leak is in the torrent.
Shit,
They can't get rid of that. The torrent's still
it's
going
on
around.
It's on Twitter. It's still on Twitter somewhere.
Wow.
I might screenshot it and put it on Twitter. I know that for sure. And I was like,
it's. I mean, once it hits the internet, it's circling forever.
I was like, $2 million, nice.
So was this hack? Was this hack? Did it have anything to do with the backlash that Twitch was getting with the racist raids? Is that kind of like backlash from that, or is this something just like
I don't think
they
so.
found?
I'm still trying to learn more about it myself, not just like the technical part, the reason what inspired the hack. For what I
usually somebody
understand,
says it.
Right. Normally someone breaks it down, but I think a lot of people are still trying to figure it out. But like the original post on Pastebin was talking about how that was part one. So it really just seems like it's a hit directly towards Twitch in general.
Yeah.
It's Elon Musk he's
not the
got
streamers
a few of his Elon Musk got a few of his engineers, and it's like, look, yes, your 80-20 rule? 20% of your time is gonna be devoted to hacking Twitch and causing Jeff Bezos and Amazon trouble. Because Jeff's trying to mess with my moon money, and I ain't having it.
It's like they have all these proxy wars going on.
Absolutely,
pretty much.
Hey, I wish I had enough money to have like these little like ego trip wars. Like, you watch these movies like Suits and stuff, like these shows like, I don't know if y'all Swab brought it up earlier, but like you see all the stuff that the lawyers. I love Suits, and you see all the stuff that they're doing to each other, and it's like it has nothing to do with anything. It is so meaningless, but because of how powerful and how rich they are, like every little petty thing they do is like, oh, that's a shot across the bow. I gotta get them back. Yeah, like, and it's nothing. Like if they lose, they're still rich tomorrow. They still have a job. They're still very successful. But the way that they dramatize it just makes me so happy. I don't understand. I want to be a part of this world. Let me have imaginary wars and food fights with other rich people. I don't want to be down here with the poor people. No, I just don't want to be down here where stuff is real. Like if I offend somebody here,
so you want to be imaginary land.
I'm afraid of getting shanked here. Like in real world, I offend somebody, it's usually a physical altercation, right? Like there is no proxy war.
But in like the rich war,
it's gonna be a direct war against you, nigga.
Yeah, like if somebody wants, like if I offend somebody in real life, the only thing I'm thinking is, okay, can I beat this person? Like, can I? I'm like in my head, I've already ducked and like I already slipped a few punches, like in my head. So that's why those are the wars I fight, right? They could possibly end with like me face down somewhere. These guys, it's like, oh man, I lost another business. Oh well. Like that's what it is with them. Like they own so many.
My stock price dip, you know.
Yeah, right.
I've lost a few millions, but
I'm gonna get fired from the board, and they're gonna give me my $15 million parachute. Oh,
so sad. I'm hurt.
So what
I want to be a part of that world so bad. Let me in.
I want to be a part of the world of being rich. I just be to myself. Because all that shit toxic and not needed. So
I've decided I'm gonna go overseas. I don't know who we were talking to earlier when we were playing the beta for Halo.
Tyshawn.
He had the right ideas.
Oh yeah. Tyshawn was on with y'all?
Yeah.
Talking about being the expat.
We were talking about the money exchange. I was like, and he was showing some apartments. I was like, bruh, this apartment is it's a 3-bedroom apartment. It's less than my 1-bedroom apartment by a beach. I was like, you know what? He's like, yeah, man, I'll be over. I was like, look, man, I'm probably gonna, make a trip. 3 weeks. I'll pay half the rent for that month.
Yeah, your coworkers are really gonna be like, "Where you been at?"
You can't leave the country. You're gonna have to wait years for this to be possible.
No, I can still leave the country.
Okay, sure. That's what they tell you now. You get to the thing and try to get your visa stamped, and you're like, look, come step in this room with us, sir.
Facts.
You're gonna hear a weird beep.
Your boss gonna be in the room with him like, okay.
Y'all stupid.
So this is what it comes to. Okay. Well.
That's fine. Here's my resignation. All right, fuck it out of here.
You already have my. Remember that letter I put on your desk? Yeah, that was my 2-week notice. And 2 weeks starts right about now. So.
Actually, 2 weeks ends right about now. That's the only way you can get out of there.
Yeah, pretty much.
I haven't seen any indication that it's like directly related to any of the terrible stuff that's been going on, but I feel like,
sound like some
there's
Mr. Robot shit to me.
People who you said what?
Sounds some Mr. Robot shit to me.
Like some Mr. Robot shit.
I mean, the fact that whenever I have see a hack breach, right? I was taught to kind of approach it. Who benefited from this, right?
Yep.
What was the benefit? Was it monetary? Was it some half-ass, fight the power type bullshit? Was it simply just fame, right? And mind you, fame is different in like hacker groups, right? You post the shit anonymously, but you claim it in background forums, and you do it in a way where you can still claim responsibility for it without you being directly linked to it, right?
It's like that thing in all of that trope in all the movies where it's like, oh, I recognize this code.
Yeah,
this is wired.
I know that tag.
Yeah, I know that tag. Oh, this is definitely how Ant Shark works. Yeah, this is Ant Shark's code.
Yep,
Mhm.
It's just
exactly.
It's
like
always
hackers.
some lame name like that.
It's
It
just
is
like
always
hackers.
some lame fucking
That's
name
all it
like
is.
that.
Don't hack
But
me,
like
hackers.
looking at
You
it,
guys are great.
but looking at it, right, there's no monetary gain that I can directly see.
Yeah.
So I have to believe this is, for
Inside or
fame and
something.
recognition, or it is some half-ass banked idea to go against Twitch.
Well, Mark said it was possibly like a
Disgruntled
ex-employee.
employee.
Yeah.
They leaked the code. They released the source code.
I haven't seen that yet. I will look into that though. I mean, insider threats definitely are the bane of these large threat, insider threat / whistleblowers, right? And mind you, those are two distinct groups, right? And I find it fascinating. This week we also had, Facebook was like. Meanwhile, at the same time, we might have an extra disgruntled employee from Twitch, leaking source code and money making. But yeah, that's my current theory, is that it's more fame based hack.
Yeah.
Um,
But even
I
if
don't
it
really
was
think.
fame, even for like Sony and Microsoft. I remember when Sony, Microsoft, Blizzard, and all of them got hacked
But those
all
are
at
all nation
once.
state.
Those are
Say
all
it one
what?
time.
Those are all nation state based hacks. So those are all
Right.
foreign adversaries looking to cause trouble with inside U.S. companies, strong U.S. based companies.
But wasn't I thought it was anonymous who hacked. No, it wasn't anonymous. It was It was
The Russians
what was the
definitely hit
name?
Sony. No, China hit Sony.
China hit Sony. That was there was one where it was anonymous and they immediately said, "Yeah, we did this just to fuck with y'all or some shit." I can't remember, but
It was I think it was after so I think there was like those two hacks at Sony. It was that first one which was like
Or
kind
was
of
that
like a
Korea?
warning shot.
I think that was
yeah,
Korea. Never mind. Sorry. Yeah, Korea for Sony. Yeah.
Oh, so that was yeah, that was after they did that movie with Seth Rogen.
oh,
Oh
the interview
yeah. Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
the
that was
interview.
North Korea. Yeah,
Yeah. And then so the PlayStation one was, I think it was anonymous, where
yeah,
they because the main thing was the PlayStation 3, you were able to dual boot Linux on it for a long time. And then they took that feature away, and so the hacking community was like, yo, like what the fuck? Like y'all, that was very like anti-consumer. You're going back on your word in terms of the features that you sold us.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna, and
got
then
mad.
there was this one there's this one hacker. I think his name was like GeoHuts or something like that. They like really went after him, and that's what really set off like a chain of reaction.
Oh
And
yeah,
I do remember that.
I know. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
So those
yeah,
That's
were
crazy.
definitely two separate incidents. Yeah, I think Sony Pictures that got hacked, and then you had Sony, SCEA computer,
yeah.
Sony Computer
It's
Entertainment.
entertainment. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's when we found out they were gonna do a 21 Jump Street Men in Black mashup.
yeah, and yeah, I remember that. But
That's a terrible idea, but
it was
they
because
were
they said it
like,
was the same. It was in the same universe.
yeah, they're gonna match the two universes.
Yeah.
together.
I was like, oh no.
No.
But all I'm saying is that a lot of times when it comes to hack, from what I learned, is most of the time people are like, oh, well, they got hacked. Most times it's a disgruntled employee or it's somebody who's in the company that has access
Yeah.
already and just leaks or whatever. And but really for people who hack into a system, like
Modern
there
day
was
wizard. That's what I call them.
right, there was a thing, there was a I think it was at DEF CON. They were talking about how easy it was. It was a news special, and somebody hacked into I think the DOD email or DOJ email, and they were like, yeah, it's super easy. Like it was so simple hacking into their email. I was like, see, and he's like, why'd you do it? Because I could.
Yeah.
Like,
What? Look, when you can do
Challenges.
magic, when you can
Yeah.
do magic, like real magic.
You want to
Like,
stretch
not-
those powers.
Yeah, like you just
Yeah.
want to know, can I at some points? Like that's a hard question to not answer. Like if you got a skill, like it's like, can I jump that high? You ever like try to touch the ceiling of like a really low ceiling, like try to jump up and like you just stretching your muscles, like Chris said. You're like, can I touch the ceiling? And then you do it. You're like, oh, dang, I can jump. Like that's just you just want to keep doing stuff like that. Like
Yeah, think about Tom Brady. Why is Tom Brady still playing? He just wants to see like
how long he
how
can be the
long
best.
he can go.
Yeah, how long
And
he
he's
can be
trying
the
to
best.
he's trying to
Keep
put
winning them
like
rings.
all those records out of reach.
Gotta reach for everybody.
Yeah. I mean, there's no reason why this motherfucker should still be playing.
No,
Right.
just,
Facts.
nah.
Just like
Like, you
It's
got
almost
your rings,
silly.
you got your money.
It's like,
sit
dude,
your
you're an
ass down
old
somewhere.
man now. You still playing games at that age?
oh
Like,
yeah, 100%. I would too.
This sugar got to get in a walker to get
I
to
was-
the game.
I was randomly watching it's a brief tangent, but I was randomly watching like the skills challenge from like 2003, I believe.
Oh, the
For the Pro Bowl.
QB.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was it? Brad Johnson. If you
Yeah.
remember Brad Johnson
Yeah.
from the Tampa
The
Bay
Tampa
Buccaneers.
Buccaneers, yeah.
Fucking Hasselback.
Tim or Matt?
Which one is the? Are they both about the same age?
I don't remember.
Which one used to play for the Seahawks?
I think that's Matt.
Maybe Matt. Yeah. But basically all these old ass like quarterbacks. I'm like, dog, this like these dudes have been retired, and Tom Brady is still fucking going.
Tom
Like
Brady's
they retired in like mid 2000s. Like it was they didn't
Yeah.
last long at all. And this motherfucker was just like
he's been playing
it's
for 20
crazy.
years.
It's
He's
crazy.
been playing for 20 whole years.
He's been
Like,
playing since I was in 6th grade.
yeah, there's
Like
kids
QB
Tech
who
was in
grew up
elementary.
idolizing him. Yeah,
Yeah.
there's kids who are idolizing him, like watching him, and now they're like his teammates. Like they imagine themselves catching a pass from Tom Brady just as like a like a fantasy. Like I'm
Yeah.
catching Tom, but they're like they never thought they actually.
No way in a
I thought he'd
million
be
years.
retired by now.
Like
Yeah.
that's crazy. But yeah,
Yeah.
it's the same thing with the billionaires, right? Like why are they doing what they do? Why are you shooting yourself into space?
Bruh.
It's
Because
because
they can.
Wasteful.
Yeah.
Fucking wasteful.
Is it though? Like it's all the materials still fall back to Earth. There's nothing wasted. I mean,
I just mean we have a lot of, other
We
got a lot of
problems
problems
the money
here.
could solve.
yeah, but that's not. They were never
That's
going to
not their
put their
problem.
money into those problems.
Oh no,
So-
no. But I'm
No.
just saying that's why it's That's why I'm
Oh, it's
saying
wasteful of us. It's wasteful of us. Well, don't buy a Tesla then and get off Amazon. But those things are time
I
savers.
mean,
not
it's
time
too
wasters.
late.
I mean,
that
Amazon-
motherfucker
Hey, tell
money
that
making
to
their
Maurice.
money. If we all stop buying shit off of Amazon tomorrow, Amazon's business would die. Jeff Bezos would be rich until the end of time. It's too late.
Yeah.
It's too
Yeah.
late. So now I gotta suffer. No, it's not gonna happen.
Facts.
Guess they got six.
There's this like video I saw of like kind of, and I'll share it in the chat, like what you would do if you had like Bezos' money, and like it was just some shit. Like it was like if I were to give everybody in like this small city $1 million, I would still have billions left over, and I would make like a 1,005 billion, like 1,005 millionaires. And it was like, and then this would stimulate the United States economy and raise like the families and stuff like that overnight.
No,
And
it
I'm
wouldn't.
just like,
It wouldn't.
I
Truthfully, it wouldn't.
wasn't-
And the reason why I
I
wouldn't
wasn't questioning the statistics of it. I thought it was a cute video. It was funny.
is
The
well,
reason why
he-
when it could what?
I find it funny when people say like, "Oh yeah." Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Swag. Yeah, go ahead.
No, I was just saying why do you say that it wouldn't?
Because it wouldn't sustain. The millions that you give away to all those people, it wouldn't sustain because they don't know how to sustain that million.
That's not true.
If
I would say it's not necessarily true. So if you
If you were given $1 million,
depends.
you would gain that knowledge, right? Like,
Nah,
And you even-
not
you
really.
wouldn't.
It's
Not
not
really.
the
you
knowledge
would,
that
your
lottery
mindset,
winners-
you were giving an
gotta-
employee, you're giving an employee $1 million. Everybody, if you give everybody in, let's say, the city of Baltimore $1 million, maybe a small percentage have that entrepreneur mindset to keep that million going, but most of those people there don't.
They're just
They
gonna
like,
spend it.
you
They're
just
consumers.
gave them
still stimulate.
But it wouldn't stimulate them
was-
though. Like they would still
they're
be.
throwing
They
money
would
back.
become.
they'll
they're
be
gonna,
throwing that money back.
So it
'Cause-
would make the people who already have businesses rich, but it wouldn't
Yes.
make the people with the $1 million rich. So you would still make very
I see
few
your
people
point.
rich and so it's like lottery winners. There are very
Yes,
few of them that you
yes.
can look at and say, oh, they did a good job. Now there are probably a ton of them
Shit,
that did do
ex-athletes.
right. Exactly.
Yeah, ex-athletes,
Right.
yeah. That's a good one too.
Like almost
What I-
all of them are could have been millionaires.
LeBron James is like
An
the first
anomaly.
the first mega athlete that made it cool to be like, yo, like,
Have
you know,
businesses.
have businesses,
things that-
invest
Yeah.
in
grow your wealth.
like empower, like player empowerment, you know.
This that
Because
nigga listen
if-
to Pandora with the commercials. I don't know if I can trust it.
Because
That's
if you
true.
think of it like
That's
this,
true.
Who's talking about LeBron?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He listened to Pandora with the commercials. I don't know if I can trust that either.
What?
Yeah,
How?
I swear to
I'm sorry, I don't trust that. First of all,
Hey, he's
that's
trying to get back to the ads.
No, that's poor
Nah.
on Pandora's part. Pandora, you need to give him a free account and just do a commercial with him.
Hey, they said
that
I
in
don't
a-
care if you're LeBron or the
Yes,
president.
sir.
You still getting you still getting this
Nah. Nah,
check.
he's
okay?
not trustworthy though. Swall's right. That's not a trustworthy move. That's shady. I don't know. Serial killers do that,
That's
Like,
weird.
Well, all in all, I'm saying
or
is that
or people who can't afford it. But
Like he
one or
should
the
have
other.
like
Yeah.
he should have like Pandora, like mega, like it should every service that he has.
He should just have
be
live
the
shows
best
at
of
his house.
everything.
Like he's
Pretty
like,
much.
I want to listen to I'm feeling
Let me
some-
fly out. Yeah,
going
let
to
me
the Black
fly out,
Keys.
man.
Sorry, finish what you're saying real quick, JK.
Oh no, all I was saying was people don't have, like they're saying with the lottery and stuff like that, people don't have the mindset to sustain themselves.
Financial literacy.
If you think about it, the Dave Chappelle skit
Oh yeah, with the
With
everybody where they get reparations.
that's the exact thing that would happen.
Yeah,
I haven't seen
I
it.
mean, oh, okay. Well, it's on YouTube or whatever. But basically, what happened is if every black person got reparations, to the amount of money that they for slavery or whatever, it showed that KFC stock went up.
Mhm.
It showed Rim's stock went up. It
The
showed
richest man in the world won all his money on a dice game.
yes.
He became the richest man in the world
We could-
because of a dice
from a
game.
dice game. What else? What is it? KFC and T-Mobile merged to or some shit. So it's not saying that. Of course, it would be great if you can give everybody $1 million, but giving everybody $1 million isn't the solution. It's teaching them how to keep that millions going or sustain themselves, because one of the biggest things that hurt our athletes was taxes.
Mhm.
Keeping that money reserved for
realize.
taxes.
Yeah, they didn't
Um,
realize that their $70 million contract is really like a $40 million contract.
Right.
Like they didn't realize, and so you go out there and you buy a super huge, like $15-20 million house, you buy like
Mhm.
3 or 4 $5 million cars, like
Mm-hmm.
you look up and you're like, oh shoot, I only got like $5 million left after I finished spending all this money buying all these $1 million purchases, because the government gets, it depending on what state you're in, like if you're in California, shoot,
Yeah.
taxes are ridiculous out there.
Right.
Like that's why if I was an athlete, I'm only playing in Florida or Texas. Ain't no way you're gonna get me to play anywhere
Come on,
else. I'm
play
definitely
Florida.
the only way, or New York, because the opportunities to make money are so high. But I'm not playing a sport in like Georgia. I'm not gonna be a part of the Atlanta Falcons where
Hey.
where they got state tax. No, they got state
Hey,
tax. It's over. I'm playing for the Orlando Magic, or I'm playing for the Miami Heat, or I'm playing for some
Miami
Texas
Dallas
teams.
Cowboys,
Dallas Cowboys, the
Tampa
the
Lightning,
Miami Dolphins.
Dolphins.
Texans.
Name us wherever
Jaguars.
teams is in Texas and Florida. Those are my teams because I ain't paying those. Because we think, oh, they're football players. Like, no, they still got the government don't care what your job is.
Yep.
So that $100 million contract looks different depending on what state you're getting that $100 million contract in. So you do need to know how to make money, but I think the real thing is just knowing how to sustain yourself, even if
that
your
financial
money,
literacy.
right? It has to be more than just money. Like you need to have land, you need something that you can freeze your money in, basically. Because a lot of people like, okay, even if you have a bunch of stocks, like you get a stock market crash and say you was just invested in all the wrong companies, even if you were diversified and you had other things and you even had stuff like and you had crypto and all that stuff. You need to have something like that's solid.
Mm-hmm.
I also didn't know Tennessee was a
I didn't know Tennessee either.
Justice said that Tennessee is a no income tax state, so I could play for the Titans.
I can play for the Titans.
Hey,
What I would say,
Julio.
Yep.
Yeah, Julio and AJ Brown. It's all right, AJ out there
Derrick
doing
Henry.
his thing.
that's just, let me see. Said someone take me.
Yeah,
Yeah, it
sure.
will.
That's true.
I mean, I think we're talking about two different groups: people who get a whole bunch of money at once, and then people who need money that don't have it, getting like a moderate, more money than they would see in their life, but not like a fortune.
But still,
Um,
it's still close because just because you need money still doesn't mean that you know what to do when you have it, right? Especially when you have excess. So if you just gave them,
I mean, but $1 million is not excess. I mean, like, so you could buy a house,
$1 million
you could buy
is
a car, but like, you're not gonna be able to live the rest of your life on that money. No matter what you do with it, you're not gonna be able to turn that into enough income to live the rest of your life.
You're smart enough to know that, though. Some people know enough about money to know how and you live in a life like that. I remember a few years, I don't know, maybe rappers are smarter now, I don't know, but I remember a few years ago, it was rappers talking about like, yeah, man, I'm trying to make that mill. I'm like, dude, like $1 million? Like you are just upper middle class if you only make $1 million, and that's your big thing. You made $1 million. You're upper middle class. Like you buy a nice house and a nice car. You a doctor for about a few more years, and then you're broke. Like that's like unless you have a job, like you need to make excess of double-digit millions at least, to get you to a point. And even then, that's not infinite money, right? Jeff Bezos says infinite money. But very few people are going to have that anyway. If you just give, like, it would be better if you provided them services, though. Like, hey, let's not pay for healthcare. Like, all right, get the housing as low as possible, right? Then you give them, it's better to just take care of the things that would keep them from surviving. Like, the things that would kill them, get those out of the way. Than to just give them money and say, all right, let's see what you can do. But I also, who wants to do that? Who wants to take care of other people? Like that would involve a huge buy-in from the people who don't have those problems.
Yeah, and like I said,
I hear you, but I disagree. Like for me,
I want the world to look like what Suave was talking about. I can't see.
Yeah, you're way more optimistic. I don't have that same faith.
I mean, it's not even optimism. I feel like if you resource people, they would be fine. Like Jeff Bezos is not a better budgeter than me. He just has like way more money. He doesn't have to worry about like how much his car costs. It doesn't fucking matter. There's no car on earth that would put Jeff Bezos in a hardship. That doesn't make him like more financially literate than me. That just makes him way fucking richer.
But you're talking about you. And you what you're doing is pretending that you're an everyman. You're not an everyman. You're not. But you're not an everyman. Not everybody can do what you're doing right now in your life right now. Right?
True.
Not everybody can do your job. And not everybody has absorbed this information and is as thoughtful as you are. What we're saying is like you can't compare everybody's wisdom and intelligence to you. So what we're saying is we're not talking about you. People like you would be fine, right? I absolutely believe somebody gave you $1 million.
On this call would be fine.
Yeah, if somebody gave any one of us $1 million, I don't think any one of us is going to go broke after that. I think that's it. That's all we would need.
That's all we need.
Like jumpstart to make money and then keep making money. That's us. But give it to somebody who has never had anything, whose parents have never had anything, whose parents have never had anything, and they got no education. Right? And they got no education.
That's the problem.
They're not going to seek out knowledge.
Correlates with that.
They're not going to seek knowledge.
What it means to
and nobody took the time. Nobody took the time to. I'm done.
And then
nobody took the time to teach them either.
Marty,
And everybody's
is
gonna be wanting
steady-
some too, so they're gonna be like passing
Oh
it
man, you
out.
got $1 million? Hey man, let me get
Let
100.
me hold that.
Let me hold that
hold a
200.
quick
You got
5.
you good for it? You good for it? I'm like,
I
bro,
don't know
you
if
got
this is
$1
just a
million just like
general,
me.
like black family thing. But when you guys started, at least for my family, when you started making like, you know, tech money, how often would like a cousin or, I mean, in my situation, an uncle, like slide into your text message, like, hey, let me get a quick loan. Like, I'm making money, but not enough to be able to loan you money.
Yeah.
And
more often in the beginning than now. And I make more money now, but in the beginning it was
yeah,
way
like in
more
the
often.
beginning, it was so often.
They just had to hear that I ain't got it a couple times, and I'm
Yeah.
not a liar, so they knew. I'm like, look, I don't have it, not for what I'm planning to do and what you need. I can't give it out. So
Nope.
yeah, but yeah, a lot in the
I got a lot of
beginning.
hate for that. I still get a lot of hate for that. We
Yeah,
are
that's rough.
classified as bougie in my family. My Jalisa and I are directly classified as that.
Murray
Yeah,
says billionaires don't have Game Pass, and he's been on this crescent got more like a bunch of switches. Like he really trying to
been
get that
going off
heat
on
off
that.
him. He's
Josh,
trying to get that
Absolutely.
heat off him because he knows that we all know about the Random Nation brunches.
Absolutely. The PS,
A
they got
$1 million
PS5s,
a plate.
Teslas.
he got
Rich.
his own little his Hue Light sound system for his PlayStation. Don't think I forgot about that. Not got that Negro. You know, we know about your whole system setup and everything. Okay.
Facts.
Blue glasses are bougie. Too good
I
for the blue
haven't.
light.
I mean, I feel like I haven't gotten those requests, but like I have an older brother who probably fielded all of that. Because he's older than me. He's been established in his career for a long time now, and definitely buoyed me. But at this point, like I don't the people who would ask me, I don't even think know how to reach me. Like I have been out of contact with those people, and I don't regret it.
Facts.
I don't
I don't regret it.
Like
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a cousin.
Does
there's
that
like
say something like
They'll find you
this
on
is
Facebook.
this is a weird conversation? Right? Like,
bro.
No, they do. I've gotten
How are you finding me? I'm unsearchable. What are you doing?
They
What kind
found
of
me on
tactics?
Facebook. They was like,
They
hey,
were desperate.
on that
They were
shit.
they're like,
desperate.
hey, let me get 50. Like on Facebook.
Yeah, I remember a cousin of mine.
That's probably what
I
I'm
told
done on
him.
now.
I remember a cousin of
Facts.
mine. He was like, "Hey, what's up, cuz? Hey, can I hold 40?" I was like, 40 for what? I was like, don't you have a job? He's like, yeah, but I just need, I was like, what you need 40 for? He's like, oh, get some food. I was like, you don't need $40 to get some food. So, I was gonna get some smokes too. I was like, bruh, no. It's like
I'm definitely paying for your groceries.
I was like, after like we were on like 2 times. Okay, cool, whatever. And he paid me back like the 2 times. But after the 3rd time, I was like, nah, man. And he kept calling me. I didn't answer his calls. I stopped answering his calls.
I'm not Quicken Loans over here. You can't come over here. Get you a quick 50, 100 spot. There's certain members I still help out
For sure.
because of their role in my life and their role in our family. But like the extended family, a lot of them know better, but some of them do reach out, and yeah, you just gotta be like, if it's small enough, I just throw it. But most of the time, I'm like, I ain't got it because I don't have it right now to be given to just anybody.
Mhm.
Like it has to be an emergency.
Yeah. Even then, it depends on who you are. Like, don't, it's it's some motherfuckers where it's like fuck you for life. Like I can't. Don't come over here because you're gonna get your feelings hurt. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry, but I'm sorry I gotta be that way. But I'm not gonna be sorry about hurting your feelings. So get that shit out of here. We are way off track of we talking about the Twitch hack. We talked about Facebook.
Man, we talking about money. That's what the Twitch hack comes down to.
Twitch
That's
hack
what it
money.
comes down to.
We right on track.
They were showing people's money online, which is just a faux pas. Don't be showing people's money online. Like, don't show my money. Well, if you show my money, I'm just gonna be embarrassed. That's it. Don't
That's
embarrass me because I don't got that. Don't
They
show
show like a placeholder for like 100,000. Somebody was like 100,000 in the rankings, and it said like $0.
Damn.
I was like, damn, that's fucked up. I was
It's
why
like-
Why
would
you
put
even
you
put him
there?
on the sheet?
Yeah.
Go ahead and do that.
That's like looking at the tour, the PGA tour, the golfing tour. Like you can see how much everybody's made through sponsorships, and there are
Yeah.
people like you're at like 200th place. I think it made $3,000 for the year.
Yeah.
Like,
I was
Damn.
like, but you don't have to show that, man.
Yeah.
Just keep that secret from me.
You
Let
could
me
have
keep
just
that
stopped the
secret.
list. You ain't had to go to
Right.
100,000.
So did
No,
y'all
it
have
didn't go-
any?
Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, did you all have any like Twitch streamers that you all follow and you like looked them up on that list?
I didn't get to see the list.
See some of the
I didn't.
major
I,
ones.
I didn't. I haven't seen the list directly. I've seen it in a few videos. I mean, it didn't surprise me, especially like the top 10.
Oh my god. Nah, that
yeah,
shit blew my
But I
Amaranth.
mind.
make it a habit to only donate to Black streamers in general. So, and unfortunately, none of them ever seen my money. But
Did anybody see what T-Pain was making on Twitch?
no, I don't.
No.
think that was-
Nah, I didn't think to
Hold
look at that.
I mean, I just thought of it now.
Oh,
so
that site is gone.
Yeah, that shit is
TwitchEarnings.com is
T-Pain-
gone.
see what T-Pain is making
Cease
on
and
Twitch.
desist.
That shit is like, bro, you need to take this down.
Absolutely, cease and desist. And
Yeah.
I don't know how. I guess it's illegal, but is it illegal to like?
That's what I'm thinking. Like it must be they, classified as like
Personal
confidential
information.
or
Because if somebody drops their social security card and I pick it up, is it illegal for me to have it in my hands?
Is it
Technically,
legal
it's
for you
personal
to have it?
information.
Yes.
Is it illegal for
Yeah.
me to
Oh,
have
is it
it?
illegal?
Yeah.
No. How could it be
Yeah,
illegal
like,
for you to pick
They
it up
dropped
off
their
the ground?
social security card.
Well, it's
I
only
didn't
illegal if
steal
you
it.
start using it.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. But they're not using it; they're just posting it. Somebody else now.
Well,
It's
I
probably
guess
against
if I
terms and
posted it
service of the
online-
website.
Yeah.
if I posted it online, then I could be considered.
Yeah.
They could probably sue me.
Yeah,
it
that's
could be like confidential trade secrets. You can
Yeah.
classify it under something, I'm sure.
I don't see
but-
T-Pain on here.
Yeah.
On
I
what I'm looking at Twitter real quick.
always felt bad like with athletes too, like, with this whole like Ben Simmons thing going on. I mean, that's kind of his fault, but just like everybody knowing like exactly how much money you're making in terms of like your salary.
Yeah.
Of course, they don't know how much you're making
It's-
like endorsement wise,
it's a
but
tactic for it's ownership tactic. The because you don't know how much the owners are making.
mm,
But the owners want you to know how much the basketball players are making, and when it comes to negotiations, because then they can say stuff like, "Hey, man," like
he's
when
not
T.O.
worth that.
or when T.O. said, "Man, I'm trying to feed my family," when he was like trying to get paid by whichever team he was playing for at the time, it was either Philly or Dallas or something like that.
Mhm.
Probably Dallas.
But he was trying to get paid, and he's like, "I'm trying to feed my family," and the contract was for $11 million. Everybody was like, $11 million, you can feed you. Everybody started comparing his pockets to their pockets, saying, "I can feed my family off of what I'm
Yeah.
making. I'm only making $30,000 a year. You can feed 11 is plenty of money. Get in there and play football." Like, it's a tactic for the owners because the owners don't talk about how much they make. They make billions, right?
Of course.
Yeah.
They make billions.
They're redirected.
Right, but if they can get us to look at these athletes, because the fans are the ones who kind of like put the pressure on the athlete. Like
Oh,
there wouldn't be
sure.
any if the fans were supporting them and if the people were supporting them and whatever, like then they wouldn't lose their endorsements and they wouldn't lose like they'd be able to make money outside of the game. So it's a tactic by the owners to tell you how much, because it doesn't make any sense why it's public. It makes
Yeah.
no sense.
Yeah.
I shouldn't know, oh, he signed a $100 million contract. That's the owner saying, hey, let these people know how much these athletes make. So when it comes time for negotiations, they look like the selfish ones
Yeah.
trying to take
It also
money
puts a
from
huge
them.
target on your back.
Exactly.
Like,
Right.
Mhm.
because I know it's not legal to show, but at the same time, like, you putting them even more in harm's way. Yeah, people knew they make a lot of money, but they didn't know exactly how much. But when you see that, like, Amaranth or all those top streamers are making $2 million, they're like, oh, $2 million. It's just like when Dave Chappelle was for the Chappelle show when they gave him 50 million or 500 million, however much it was.
It was 50 million. He walked away from it.
Yeah, he walked away from it. But he did that skit where like they announced it on 106 in Park, and it was like 50 million, and everybody just looked at him.
And
And
they were
then
all like,
then the barber was like, "Yeah, it'll be
$1,000.
Oh, yeah,
$1,000." He's
yeah.
like, 1,000, nigga, it was 20. It was 22 5 seconds ago. He's
That's
like,
the old price.
That's the old price. That's before I knew you made 500
Every-
million, 50 million.
Yesterday's
raised-
price is not today's price.
This price.
Everybody they raised everything.
Exactly.
Everywhere he wanted to get his car, whatever he wanted to do. He went to the
Yeah.
the grocery store. It didn't matter where he went.
Went to the went to a nail salon or something. He went somewhere and he was like,
Yeah, and
he's like, how much? He's like, man, shave my balls too, man. Fuck all that. If I give you 1,000, you're gonna be giving me full service, sir. I'm sorry.
God.
It was hilarious, but nah.
Yeah, I guess on the one hand, for a lot of entertainers, that's stuff that that you can find out. It's not like this is new to the industry. It's new for streamers. It's new for internet entertainers, but for for people in older parts of like the entertainment industry, this is not like novel. So
yeah, it's a
Right.
tactic. It's a tactic. It gives the people who the
on the platform. Yep.
Yeah, it gives them leverage in negotiation for everybody to know what you're making. Like
Facts.
that's
Well, hey, maybe that answers your question right there. Tech Twitch might benefit.
Yeah, true.
it's true.
Ooh.
Trying to get their streamers in line.
Facts.
But then they wouldn't have accidentally showed off that Steam competitor that they're building.
Hey, maybe
Yeah.
they want to gauge the market. Do people want this? Y'all play this?
That's true. This
That's
could all
true.
be a giant marketing scheme,
It
oh
wouldn't be
man,
the first time.
oh gosh, we got like a celebrity releasing their own nudes. Like
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Accidentally let that sex tape slip.
you
Oh,
caught
I'm
me
sorry.
naked.
Oopsie.
Oops.
Y'all niggas stupid. Anyway, so yeah, all that happened.
Yes.
Crazy
Amazon does own Twitch.
fucking week. And yeah, Amazon owns Twitch now. Yes.
Yep.
Steam competitors 100% on brand, especially because people have their gripes with Valve, so they might be able to find some foothold there.
Oh, they will.
Well,
Just because it's Amazon.
I don't know. I mean, it's a crowded. I mean,
Wilderness track.
it's a small like room that's like crowded because
I agree.
Epic is really like they're going hard for
Hard,
WoW.
and, yeah.
They're
But
really trying to.
Think about it this way: as far as entertainment goes, Amazon has like an entire vertical. You can get games, you can stream, you can buy gaming gaming hardware. Like they got a tight little
I don't trust them integrating all of that stuff like seamlessly. Like
I agree.
I don't think it's pretty good though. I don't think they're going for you, right? Or any sophisticated PC gamer. Like
True.
I think they're going for like because building PCs, especially since the pandemic started, it's like everybody's kind of getting amateurs. Everybody's kind of getting in on it. Like, yeah, that's why there's such a shortage of graphics cards, right?
Yeah.
Like they release the same amount of graphics cards they always release. It just there's more interest now. So
and we got less.
And then the crypto stuff.
And
too.
oh my god, the fucking crypto. And the fucking scalpers like trying to
scalpers. It's like perfect storm. It's
but the scalpers came because the demand was high. Like you can't scalp something that's not worth anything. Yeah, I mean, no, absolutely. No, they're very hateable people, and I mean they deserve that, right? I hope they feel it. Like I hope you said it and they just felt it, like some troll, like chill up their spine because you said that. But yeah, no, but it comes with the demand. The demand came from the pandemic. The pandemic, a lot more people were building PCs. Like some of them were doing it for hobby, some of them were doing it for work. Like some of them, like because they realized I gotta buy a new computer. I haven't bought a new computer in 10 years, and they looked at like the prices of computers, and they're like, "There's got to be a better way." And then they found, and then some PC gamer or someone was like, "Man, you can build a PC. I can build you one
for cheaper.
Yeah, I can build you one for cheaper," which is what everyone says about PCs. And they're like, "Oh, it's super easy." And then they watch some YouTube videos. They're like, "Oh, it is easy." And then now there are no graphics cards for the people who really deserve them.
Exactly.
I'm one of those
Exactly.
people.
Like yourself and
Yeah.
Tech.
I want to play that what's that game you're playing, JK?
Kenna?
On PlayStation. Kenna. I want to play Kenna.
Kenna?
I want to play New World because
No, you can't play.
You just
want to.
want
We've talked about
You just
this.
want to brick your. You just want to brick
Yeah.
the graphics card. That's
Yep.
what you want.
Well, you just want to brick
He
his
wants-
life.
He wants
Facts.
to.
You about to-
But it's literally bricking graphics cards. He wants to turn his graphics card into a paperweight. That's your desire.
Even if he didn't, he gonna break the marriage. He gonna break the
Yeah.
job.
Brick the career.
Yeah,
You
them-
just
man,
wanna-
stay away from the MMOs, man. Stay on
Yeah,
Battlefield.
Come on, you have a habit, dog.
come-
You
yeah.
can't
Hey.
get in there.
That's
Come-
fucked up. Y'all say
hey,
you're gonna break his
continue
marriage.
playing Battlefield.
God
You're
damn.
good. You'll scratch that itch.
Hey,
with
how you know his
Battlefield,
wife
trust
don't
me.
like MMOs too?
No, she likes food and clothes for the babies.
Facts. Kids need shoes. Nah.
Tech, you are on
You
an
don't know his
MMO
life?
ban for the rest of your life.
Absolutely.
No more
Yeah,
MMOs.
Listen, that's
for you.
why I
You gotta
never
go to-
played that one gotcha game that's become like
Oh,
a massive
Genshin?
craze. Genshin
Genshin
Impact,
Impact,
right?
yeah.
I played that for like 1 hour and found myself reaching for my credit card. Like negative. Delete.
Immediately.
See,
What's like if MMO wasn't already an acronym, I'd be able to like make a clever one for like MMO Anonymous, but that's what
Right.
that's what you need to do. Tech needs to go into a room and hi, I'm Tech.
He needs to go to one of those video
play
game
MMO.
addict summer camps with the kids.
Mhm.
Yeah, when they just unplugged. Nah, that
Yeah.
would kill Tech. That would kill him. We don't want to kill him. We just
Right.
don't want him to play MMOs.
Facts. Oh shit. So yeah, I mean, he's making a whole bunch of money on Twitch. Facebook got the dumbest architecture I ever heard of, and you know, anything else on that?
Nah, man, Silicon Valley, it seems like a stressful place.
Absolutely.
We always
More and
we
more
idolize
bad.
it, you know, but I think more and more as we get older and we've found our
Yeah.
way in our careers, like we dodged a bullet. Like
I
we're
just
not in that
relax.
craziness over there.
I used to want it so bad. Like, especially when I first started, I was one day I want to work for Google or Facebook or
It was
you know.
so sexy. It's so sexy to
I
say.
want to go down the slide. That was it for me.
Yeah, I want to go on the slide. I
Yeah,
want to
you
have
can't
like
even go
catered
down that thing
lunches.
without signing some kind of release form.
And then you just realize as you get older, it's like, oh, these motherfuckers just want me to stay here forever. That's why
Yeah, they don't want me
make
to
this
leave.
place.
They
Yeah.
want me to go home to my children.
When
They're not
when I
being
visited-
nice. They're not being
Right.
like, oh, we want
They
you
don't
to
care
be.
for you as a
Yeah.
human.
No,
They-
we
want you to
wash your
stay.
clothes here. Sleep in the pod here.
Yeah.
No, go to the refrigerator. We got look at
We
stuff.
got drinks,
Fully
we got
stocked.
snacks.
Fully stocked. Chefs. Like
Everything you need.
Doc-
gourmet
Doctors?
meals. Yeah.
Doctors? You don't
Oh,
have
you
to
need a
leave.
therapist? Oh, we got therapists here. Oh, we care about your mental health.
No, we care.
Oh, you want to play games? Oh,
We don't want to
we got a
break
game
you.
room down the street or
Right.
down the hall.
They just don't want to break you. However, they like, okay, what's the breaking point? Okay, that's why they have all those things there. That's why the
Mhm.
doctors are on site. And like, what is the breaking point for this human being? We want to stress this thing. That's why they're working on AI and all that stuff right now. They don't like us. They don't want people involved.
Hell no. No business wants people involved.
No, they don't want people involved. If they can press a button and get rid of like 90% of the people on Earth.
complain, they're
Hey,
expensive.
Thanos.
No, Thanos had a idea for saving the universe that happened to be stupid because he was killing half the universe, right? These
Sure.
people will kill 90% of the earth just for convenience. That's different. Thanos wasn't
Yeah.
like trying to make a highway to
Profit,
his
man. We gotta,
like, he wasn't trying to make
Oh, I'm
things
sorry,
easier
not
for
Thanos.
himself.
Killmonger. I'm joking.
No,
I'm joking.
Killmonger just wanted revenge. That's different.
Yeah, Killmonger want revenge. And what if kind of
Uh,
said that? Yeah, but no, but yeah, going to Facebook and Google and all them. I was like, I was like, oh yeah, we have movie nights here. We have a big screen. Just bring your
Oh,
family.
shit.
Oh,
You the
the
nation?
What's
ghost.
going
The
on?
scene has a symbol. We are now at full
This
power.
man's.
The ghost.
Form Voltron.
Oh my god.
But we want to hear the magic word, sir.
What's
What's
the
that?
magic
What's
word?
that?
That you got the keys and you in the
He been
house.
at it.
He been
at
had the keys.
Oh, I didn't know you had
You
the keys.
late.
I mean,
I know
Damn.
you had the keys. I
He
know
had
he
the
said he was
keys
trying to get into the
September.
house.
don't worry, JK. You're only a month behind.
Wow.
Whatever.
Wow. Wow.
But tonight will be the first night in the new spot.
Okay, that's what I
Hey.
want to hear.
That's what I'm talking about.
Ain't nothing unpacked, but
Nah.
Hey man, that usually takes
That's
months.
semantics.
That usually takes months. You
Hey,
understand?
it takes a few days just to unpack a suitcase. So
Yeah, it's like-
It took me
understand.
years.
It's as needed. It's like, do you know where the pans are? We need to cook food. Oh, find a pan box. Like,
Yeah,
I
exactly.
gotta
Like,
like
you just- yeah, man.
Yeah, but
Congrats, sir.
Yeah, absolutely, man. That's
shit.
fantastic.
I was listening
Um,
to some of the conversation. I was just like, man, I wish I was in there to chime in some of that.
You got something you want to add before we
Look, I'm gonna have to side with AJ. Poor mofo's with no education ain't gonna do nothing with that money, man. They're
Yeah.
gonna give it right back.
So that's really JK's point. But yeah, I was piggybacking it.
Yeah. They're
That's
gonna
the
give
one
all
point that me
money
and
right
AJ
back.
agreed on.
I mean, look at this the stimulus. Look at
Right.
motherfuckers was doing with that
Facts.
shit.
Stimulus is a
Hey,
very
I'm
good
guilty.
example of
Look
that.
at what I do with my stimulus. Give me my stimulus so I can spend it on a PS5.
ASAP.
You saw the
That's
Chappelle
absolutely
skit,
what I
right?
purchased.
The Chappelle skit on reparations.
That's what we were talking
JK
about.
brought
That's
that
brought
up.
up.
it.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
spot
Get
on.
my respiration. I can pay off my loans.
Now, you do need to give people some more money. I'm not saying you don't give them nothing, but like everybody's a millionaire. That will last for about a month.
A month. Absolutely. The richest man is going to be a guy who won it in a dice game.
Bro. Here y'all
He
niggas.
got hot. He just
All
got
right.
hot. He was on the street.
Get this nigga out of here.
You're gonna be on the Forbes list as richest man in the world
My
over
gosh.
Bezos.
Over never. Nigga will be playing dice every
It was
waking
Bill
moment.
Gates in the sketch. It was Bill Gates in the
Oh,
sketch.
it's Bill
it was
Gates.
Bill
Okay.
Gates. It was
He
Bill
was,
Gates.
yeah. Bezos didn't exist. He existed as a person, but he didn't exist as a billionaire.
Okay,
Yeah.
During that sketch, he was richer than Bill Gates, who was the richest man at that time.
Jesus. All right. So let's talk about what's good. What's good with y'all this week. I can start. I started catching up on Reincarnated as a Slime. That's been
yes.
still kind of in the planning phase, but things are moving ahead. Like they done, evacuated the people from Eurazania or whatever, and
Mhm.
laying
Animal
down the
Kingdom.
foundation for this battle. Try Battlefield briefly, like I said. Played a little bit of Rocket League. Watched a little bit of Married at First Sight. Didn't finish.
Which season is this?
This is the most. What is this? 13,
Where
12?
where they at?
I think they're back in Houston or Dallas.
Oh, okay.
Houston, Texas.
I think I'm gonna try that show out. I'm gonna try it out.
It's a good show.
I'm gonna
It's a
start from
good
the
show.
beginning. How far? Like how many? Like year wise? I know there's 13 seasons, but like I don't want to see nothing. Like I don't want to see no flip phones. Like I don't know how old it is.
It's like two
Like,
two seasons a year.
Okay. So
Nah, ain't gonna be no flip phone.
you know, but it's gonna be some old looking iPhones in there. I know that.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That
Absolutely.
annoys me. I don't know why that annoys me. If I see one of them thick booty iPhones, one of them like glass break iPhones, you can throw it through your car window if you need to get in there real quick.
Damn. I throw it through the window.
I'm like that with like camera quality. Like I don't like I at a certain point I'm just like I can't. This hurts my eyes.
No Gunsmoke, no Bonanza for you. None
You
of
said
that,
what?
Gunsmoke, Bonanza, none of that stuff for you. Good old Western.
Nah, I can't do it. I can't even watch like outside of like Cosby being Cosby. I can't watch like the Cosby Show.
What a different world, stuff like that.
We're
I
out
could
there.
I could watch A Different World. For some reason I like this. Like it's for me it's all about sets. Like like I don't like the set on the Cosby Show. Like that shit is
Fresh Prince.
just. I love the set on Fresh Prince. It's comfortable. But yeah, like that set design and camera quality always gets me. But yeah, I do need to catch up on Married at First Sight for sure.
It's a good show. It's going all right now. I feel like some of these people get on here and they
For the
like
wrong reason.
don't want to be the bad guy, but won't say like, okay, this is not working for me for this reason. And be like, oh, I'm trying, I'm waiting for this feeling. Okay, nigga, the feeling is not just gonna happen to you. Like you need to engage in stuff that's gonna you know what I'm saying, like make it happen.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's like the one dude, you'll probably know who I'm talking about, is very clearly not into his wife like that. But he doesn't want to say like, I'm not attracted to her or whatever. He's like, oh, I'm waiting for the butterflies. I'm waiting for the whatever. And it's like, I mean, nigga, that's not realistic.
And that's not how.
I feel like you need to smash as soon as possible to bring about said butterflies. They're gonna happen. I think they're gonna happen post smash.
I feel like they can happen before that, but they're not.
I don't think that's how most people work. I think most people feel the butterflies first.
People don't get arranged marriages in the United States, AJ.
I understand, but I'm saying like
this is true.
I feel like most the butterflies is that anticipation of those moments. If you get the moment, most people, like, if there were no butterflies before the moment, they feel even less after the moment. Like that's so I'm gonna call the butterflies.
I gotta get up for work early. I'm gonna get out of here.
Right.
I'm done.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I don't understand the concept because, like I said, my butterflies had nothing to do with the physical per se. Like somebody's got to be attractive, of course, but it wasn't like, oh yeah, I'm about to, get in there. But I don't know how it works for these people. Like I can't imagine myself just like, just set me up with somebody that I'm supposed to be with my life. That's hard.
I gotta be friends with them or something beforehand before I can.
I think these people are very desperate. Like this is the last. This is like the Hail Mary to be like, you know what? I can't figure this shit out. I have a timeline. I need help. Like set me up. Y'all are experts. I trust y'all. And plus, I'm on TV, so fuck it. Something's gonna come out of this.
Something, and I feel like they they get set up by experts or whatever. There's like a religious leader. There's a sociologist and a marriage and sex therapist. But it's like people fill out applications. They do workshops, but it's like I don't think these motherfuckers are always honest with themselves about who they are, or maybe don't know well enough like who they, because like
they don't embrace the process. They don't embrace this experience.
And who's to say the producers are honest? Like who's to say?
For sure. Yeah.
You need a bad couple, and you can't have all these couples.
Yeah, you can't have all successful.
Happily everybody's holding hands and skipping on the beach. That's terrible. That's a terrible season.
Yeah, true.
You need two people who aren't a match, or you need, and even better, you need two people who don't look like a match, and then flip it at the end. That's even better. It's a redemptive story. Then it's like, they didn't stand a chance, and then so you need to kind of shake it up. It wouldn't surprise me at all if they're like, these two are a better couple, but these two people would cause more fireworks.
For sure.
I feel like I'm kind of see that.
It's one thing to have like a spicy regular reality show, but people are getting lawfully married.
It's still a reality show though. This isn't a service that happens to be recorded. Like this isn't like a service. This isn't like
That's what I'm saying.
Match.com
I
is
feel like
hosting
it has
this.
to be. Like, I know it's not, but I feel like it has to be when you're dealing with something like.
I think you're thinking of how you would approach it. I'm saying this is reality TV. They don't care about people. Like if this was Match.com hosting like a show about themselves, I would agree with you. Like there's no Married at First Sight app that I can get on. This trying like they're not, you know what I'm saying? Like their money is made in whether this thing just dramatized or not.
Hey, that's the premium feature on Tinder.
So, yeah, that's what. So those are people
That's
who
the
pay for
Tinder
premium on
premium.
Tinder.
That's
That's
it.
how they get there. Okay, I was wondering what people who were on premium did.
Stupid as hell. But yeah, it's we'll see what happens. I definitely feel like there's been some picks that I was like, dog, what are y'all doing over there? But at the same time, I know that like all of these people are human beings who like are filling these forms out themselves.
Yeah,
And
I want
so
somebody artistic and creative and thoughtful, and then they realize like, oh, none of that stuff. Like
that
all that stuff
reminds
is
me.
Yeah.
stupid.
No, but there was a season. Where were they? I think they went to Atlanta, and this woman asked
Uh-oh.
for a traditional man. And
Mm-mm.
so, I mean, this nigga was very had very traditional views of like gender roles and stuff. And she was unhappy and she was like,
Dinner
okay, this
ready?
is not what I meant. You said
Dinner
what?
ready?
Yeah,
She
yeah, yeah.
wanted a dinner classic man. That's what she wanted. She
Yeah.
wrote the wrong word. Wrong.
Yep.
She wanted a
Bruh.
classic man.
Classic man.
And so I was that's what leads me to be like, okay, these not all of these motherfuckers know what they want for real or know how they how they be in relationships.
Mm-hmm.
And
So
honestly, that's why like when I look at it, I'm like, that's why these motherfuckers are in this situation. Like this when they it's they're not being honest with themselves. For
absolutely.
them to even want to be a part of this, like they're desperate. Like this is a very desperate thing. I think any uh like rational, logical human being would like shy away from an experience like this, but it's just at that point, it's just like, like I tried everything. Like, I don't know if it's anything they haven't admitted that, something is probably wrong with them. They haven't had that introspective moment. They'd be like, you know what? There's a pattern going on and
Maybe it's
I
me.
think it's me. Yeah. Um,
I
so
can
they
relate
haven't
to
done
that.
that work. So it is just kind of like, putting a band-aid on the issue and not really addressing
Yeah.
the
I
real
can relate.
issues with
Yeah.
themselves. So
I can see that. Started watching Squid Game. That shit is crazy. I watched
Great show.
this
I was told by
motherfucker.
somebody who knows
Great
me
show.
well not to watch that.
It's a great show.
You would not
Is
like
it
it.
dubbed?
You would not like it.
Is it dubbed or subtitled?
Yeah, I
No.
think you would.
AJ would not like this show.
My brother was like, I was like, yeah, I heard about that. He's like, don't watch it. You would hate it. I was like, I trust you.
So I was
Yeah.
watching episode 2, and there was a part where the people in charge were like, uh, they were simply eliminated for breaking the rules of the game. If you follow the rules, you can leave this place safely. I was like, wow, that sounds really familiar. In real life scenarios, I feel like people have said things like this. Certain types of
Mhm.
people, certain colors of people have said these
Yeah.
types of things to certain other colors of people.
Hey man,
oh,
Swamp.
green people,
You're being way
green and
too
blue.
cryptic, Swamp. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Just
No,
say
Way
no,
it.
too cryptic. Way too cryptic. I mean, what you saying? There's a group of people that is told to do certain things by another group of people, and then like they still lose, even though they follow all the rules and do all the stuff.
Rich
Come on,
folks.
Swamp. I mean,
and then you said rich folks. Yeah, totally, 100%.
yeah, that's what it was.
Once you watch the entire series or show.
So
Series.
Is it
Show.
dubbed or
Yeah,
is it?
Yeah, they have it dubbed.
yes, they have it
and
dubbed. and subbed.
Quick question: is this a culling game?
Yes.
What do you mean?
There is a Jujutsu Kaisen tie-in then, because Jujutsu Kaisen has like a culling game arc.
Mm.
I don't know if this is just popular over there, like on the eastern side of the world, but it's
What do you mean by
frightening if it
culling?
is. It's literally called the culling game, but like they basically are like, you have to follow the rules of this game, and one of the rules is to kill. You have to kill a person every 100 days or whatever. But
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, there's
it's like
another
this,
game. There's another
like,
movie like this. It's called Along for the Gods. No, that's not it. It's one basically about, instead of a group of people who are poor, it's kids in high school. Japanese kids in high school.
like the
and they have
assassination
to
classroom thing.
Yeah. It's not like Battle Royale or anything like that, but
It's assassination classroom.
It's not Assassination Classroom.
But it's like
something
that
else.
game, like that show.
No, it's more of like you have to get past this game, and people die. I find it. I'll let you know what it's called, but I watched it. I enjoyed it. I was like, wow, this is interesting. But it's the same thing, right? Like how they have nursery rhymes or nursery games, like kids games. It's kind of same thing in a retrospect.
Yeah, I was told to avoid it. I have trust in my brother's opinion.
Yeah, I feel like he's, you can do that. I feel like you can definitely do that. I was also confused about, the people who work there. Like I was watching episode 2, the nigga hop out the van and accost the one worker and like steal the uniform. I'm like, nigga, what? How are you not gonna get caught? But then later, he just like repeats something that was said to him. I'm like, well, what if none of these motherfuckers know what they doing? What if they all just like walking around here repeating shit that they've been told, trying to, get the highest level, highest rank shape mask they can? I don't know. It was, but I realized that's not the case now. I done watched more of it, but
you watch more of it, you'll see like
the images are creepy as crap. I can say that.
Yeah, I watched episode 6.
Oh, so you're at episode 6?
No bueno. No, I finished episode 6. I think I'm on. I think I'm about to watch the last episode. I watched episode 6.
Okay, so so you've seen the episode where you have to go across the little bridge.
Yeah, that shit was crazy.
Yeah, so that's why I was saying, like, he's like other people telling other people to do. Well, what I find it funny is that they had to play the game, but they had a choice.
Did they though?
They did. They anonymously had a choice. They could stop the game at any time.
You mean if they were unanimous though? But who was like, okay, everybody came back there. So like, okay. The show starts, they do this, and it's terrible. And they agree to leave. Everybody goes back to their life, and it's shit. And so lots of them come back. A whole bunch of them, like more than half, maybe, right?
Come back. Less than half. It was a little bit less than half.
Nah, almost half of them, they almost half of them were gone at the end of, when they decided to leave.
Out of the amount who left, 93%. Okay, so 93%.
Yeah, 93% came back.
Okay.
And so, like who, and then at that point, like who's gonna leave? Like I didn't risk my life, nigga. I didn't like, and like what am I going back to? That's the whole reason they came back in the first place, because it wasn't shit out there. I don't think anybody would have been willing to leave. And like I was. Like I understand the one dude's pain who lost his wife, but like at the same time, nigga, like the nigga said, like you could have went with her. You ain't had to be here. Y'all could have both died. And if you got kids, that's one thing. But like you sitting here trying to convince me that this ain't worth my time when I came back a second time to do this shit. Oh yes, I could not wait till that nigga died. I'm so mad that the lady like sacrificed herself to kill him. But he died, and I guess that's what matters or something. 7 was super fucking sad. I was very upset that they like that they killed the one like I don't who here hasn't seen it that's planning to watch it.
I think everybody
You
who
eating a bowl of cereal, fam?
he is.
Sounds real tasty, actually.
This nigga went to get cereal.
I think everybody who's gonna see it is gonna see it. If you watching this on YouTube or what's called, if you're gonna see it, still watch it, even if we do spoil some things. It's still entertaining in aspect of what happens. So
I'm like,
Gotta
dog,
learn
You
to
can
how
also
read
just
spoilers,
you can also
guys.
just fast forward a little bit too.
Fast
if you're on
forward.
YouTube.
that's
If you're on
true
YouTube.
too.
Yeah, you can.
If you're on Twitch, I understand. But if you're on YouTube, just fast forward, man.
We'll put
Go ahead.
timestamp on. We'll put a timestamp.
Yeah.
It's 2021. Get over spoilers. Video on the
We'll be like Carl.
That's Carl's platform right there. All right.
Get over spoilers.
2021.
Yeah. But still, like what happened. I just find it funny the person that got him there in the first place is the person he cared for the most at the end. So to speak. Quote unquote.
Oh yeah. Yeah. In a manner. And like I'm mad that they killed her. I'm mad that they let her die.
I knew she was dead.
She was whack.
So I knew she was dead as soon as I saw her at the damn
Sink?
at the dinner. I was like, oh, she's dead. She's gone.
Yeah. I'm still upset about it. But I think that's it for me as far as shit I've been watching and whatnot.
Stuff.
Who want to go next? Obviously not Creston destroying the cereal.
Yeah,
I can go real quick.
All right,
that's
go
almond
ahead.
milk too.
Let's
It's
give it
almond
to you
milk,
this
right,
week.
Cress? That's almond milk, Cress.
He's
Oh,
like,
oat milk. Yeah, that's the real good stuff.
I've been watching Hotel Del Luna on Netflix. That's actually interesting. It's about a Korean soldier who runs a hotel for ghosts and help them achieve things they wanted to get done in before they in order to move on. So for instance, if somebody because one scene that had like a mountain climber who froze to death on the mountain, and so pretty much she was warming him up basically to get his warmth back basically before he moved on. And so before he moved on to heaven, to the afterlife, he was back to his normal. So he wasn't frostbitten. He didn't look like he was super cold. They had this one lady who wanted to just study and read books. And so they gave her basically a whole library of books to read like every day. And she was just studying. So it's interesting concept, but it basically follows this woman who pretty much runs this hotel, and she makes so this guy who's a father, he tried to steal from her, and basically she said, okay, I'll let you live, but you have to give me your son. And so basically what happens is he had to, in order for him to live, he didn't want to leave his son, alone. So she agreed. Right. So basically after 20 years, he had to come work for her. And so as a human, come work for a hotel. So, but his dad kind of tried to prepare him like, hey, look, at 20 years, you're gonna have to go, you got to be aware of this may happen. But it's very interesting show. Been watching La Brea on, which is about basically time travel and almost like Land of the Lost a little bit. It's been very interesting. This you know what? Now I want some goddamn cereal. I got no cereal to eat. Damn.
Crescent
That's
started
what
a
I've been
revolution.
watching.
I might get
right.
I thought you was
wanna
gonna come
watch-
back with cereal. No bullshit.
I was
When you
about to
came
say,
back, I was like, this nigga got cereal.
I thought about it. I really did hard. I got a little bit of oat milk left. I gotta spit it somehow.
My bad, JK.
What else I've been watching? Titans, Doom Patrol. Titans actually get interesting. It kind of pissed me off this last episode. It just goes to show people believe anything somebody posts online or shows a video online and don't get all the facts.
Oh, yeah.
And that's just the mindset of herd human mentality, so to speak. But if you haven't watched it, it's basically this season is with Scarecrow and Red Hood. And in this past episode or the last episode, Scarecrow sent out a video blaming the Titans for poisoning the water system with a psychotropic Scarecrow serum to cause people to be more ambitious and people be fearless, basically. And
Yeah, because that sounds like a Titans thing to do and not a Scarecrow thing.
Right. And so they were pretty much Scarecrow's plan was to cause people to think that the Titans did it, and Red Hood is there to save them from not the villains, but Batman and the Titans, because Batman and the Titans are the problem, not the villains.
Right.
So, and in this last episode,
that's his main move, by the way. That's
right.
Scarecrow's main move. Is
Scarecrow's always fear.
Always poisoning the water supply, though. That's his move. That's his
That is
MO.
true. That is true.
But he's like, nah, this time it wasn't me. This time it was the good guys.
That is true. But what caused it to happen was Starfire tried to stop him and ends up blowing the pipe that the 90% of Gotham drinks out of. And it's 100% potency of the chemical that he put in there. So it makes them pretty much fearless and susceptible to anything, susceptible to do anything, basically. And this last episode, Dick Grayson, the Nightwing, is trying to fight Red Hood, Jason Todd, and is trying to stop him. Whole crowd of people like, oh, we don't want you here, this, and that, and the third. I'm like, oh, so they're being idiots. Okay. Stupid kid brings out a gun, shoots Nightwing in the back, shoots him in his neck, and he starts bleeding out. So, and then as he's bleeding out, they all rush him and start like beating the shit out of him. So I'm like, okay, yeah. So I'm like, yeah. So y'all just gave into that. Okay. But anyway, yeah. So Titans is getting interesting. Doom Patrol is getting interesting. They brought in Madame Rouge and the Brotherhood of Evil. So
they made
that's
me so
getting
mad. Second season, I just dipped out on it. I like the first season.
Yeah.
The second season just had too many like
tropes.
No, too much like I don't know. It was too much gross stuff.
Oh.
Like that scene with the mama rat eats the baby rat.
Oh yeah.
I was like, why did we need this scene? Like they just wanted to be gross.
Unnecessary.
Yeah. I was
I think it was showing like the fear or something.
No, I get it. Like he was trying to explain how mother animals will eat sick young animals.
Yeah.
Like they won't. They don't even let.
They don't care. They don't take care.
Yeah. They'll eat the sick ones. If they're young and sick, they'll eat them. Like I get that. You could have said that with words, and I would have been like, "Whoa, that's intense." But to show me is like, okay, now,
yeah, it was kind of.
That's
graphic.
what this is gonna be.
Yeah,
I can't be here for this.
Yeah, it was kind of graphic.
So I was out on season 2. So hopefully I'll get any continuity, and I can go back in season 3 if it's not that close.
Yeah, it was intense. I also been watching American Horror Story, double feature. This one is called Death Valley, and it involves aliens and the whole conspiracy about the government being in league with aliens, and aliens are abducting people and in exchange giving technology to the U.S.
Yeah, that's an actual idea that's been posited by like. Remember that Canadian general saying that like the Americans, the aliens are here and that the Americans are like made deals with them, like
made deals, yeah. And so this season is showing how like during President Eisenhower's term, he made a deal with the aliens to take 5,000 people each year to experiment on, pretty much to impregnate and to make hybrids of aliens and humans. And in exchange, they gave them like microwaves.
How do they know that's gonna work?
They're aliens.
They don't.
They're smarter than us.
They don't.
They'll figure it out.
Smarter than us.
Yeah, they'll
Well,
figure it out.
they didn't. Like they had. That's why they need 5,000 people to experiment. To
Yeah,
see.
yeah.
Oh wow.
Figure out how to make it happen. They just
How to
need a
make it happen.
sample size.
And so, but it flips back and forth between the 1950s and the present times. So it's been very interesting episodes.
That is
I actually like them. I actually like this feature over the last one, which is the vampire with vampires made from taking a creative drug, and the side effect is you want to drink blood. So,
Oh yeah, you was telling us about that.
yeah, and that was wild.
So this is more X-Files-y than creepy now, or is it still creepy?
Say it one time.
Is it more X-Files-y than creepy, like more like X-Files, or is it?
It's
still
more
creepy?
X-Files with a set of small. It's like not as creepy as you think. It's more X-Files, extraterrestrial, creepy, I guess.
Yeah, it's probably still not gonna be able to do it. I was trying to see if I can wiggle into it because I think that's an interesting story because that is an actual like there's actually people. That's an actual.
Watch the first episode and see how you feel.
I'm just so apprehensive to watch anything that has the word horror in it. My heart is racing right now.
It's right there.
It's not even horror. It's
It's called Horror Story. I still can't watch Are You Afraid of the Dark and Goosebumps. Like, I don't know. I haven't gone back.
If you can't stomach that, then I can't help you. What else I've been watching? Eden Zero. I haven't been watching a lot of anime because not a lot of anime. A lot of anime's has ended.
Mm-hmm.
That I want to watch. So I've been watching One Piece and My Hero. What else I've been watching? I watched G.I. Joe. Snake Eyes.
Oh yeah, how was that?
It wasn't too bad. I actually liked the prequel. It kind of made me mad they gave him so many, chances to redeem himself, Snake Eyes.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, dog, how many chances y'all gonna get this dude? Like he's like, and so but I liked it. It was good. It was good, and yeah, it was great watching it. I didn't have to go worry about going to work the next day, so it was good. It made it even better.
Mm-hmm.
Once I've been watching, I think that's it for what I've been watching. CW course, CW shows. Been looking into reading. Well, I gotta read Tuskegee Airs, but also I was looking into reading the new comics coming out. I gotta catch up to the TMNT comics. The last Ronin.
Oh yeah, that they should have finished that by now, right?
Yeah, they should have finished it. So I'm gonna just buy the rest of the issues or whatever.
Yeah.
I always think that like CW is like the Coles of like
I'm done.
stations.
The Coles.
Yeah, it's just very like I hear CW, I just immediately turn off.
CW used to be the WB.
Yeah, I know.
So like
I remember WB. WB was great.
Yeah, I mean they kind of kept the same thing,
they're not Coles. They're like Forever 21.
Yeah,
like Coles is kind of like it's too expensive, but like at least it appeals to a broad audience.
Wow.
Forever 21 is like it's not too expensive and not too.
And the audience is small.
And the audience is small because especially with the DC stuff, like not everybody's gonna like the way they do the DC stuff. But I like how they're doing the stories. So I've been watching that.
I feel like they're all the same story, just different characters. Like I really feel like the guy who plays Luke Fox in Batwoman is the same as the guy who played Mr. Terrific in Arrow. Like they're not the same actor, but they have the same
slightly different. Not really.
kind of like goofy black guys that kind of like fumble around a little bit.
Nah, he's not. He's not goofy in a sense. He's more serious. He's more the uptight, serious.
Okay, but just
He's his dad.
Turkey.
He's Luke. He is Lucas Fox in a younger demeanor,
Okay,
but he's opening up to be more like
okay.
like trying to be that confidant, that person. And now since
Right.
that he has a suit now, so now he's gonna be more. It's gonna be the Black Batwoman and Batwing team duo. So like in the new season.
I'll try to check out the black stuff, like the from when the Batwoman became black till then. But I was not interested in the first whatever.
Yeah.
I wasn't. I tried because I'm a Batman fan, so anything related to that universe is it's
Yeah.
like I'm prime demographic. But I just didn't like the way they were going about the like not Batman not being there.
Yeah.
It kind of annoyed me like that how they had to keep like using him as a crutch, but then also kind of like trying to like make him seem less than like it was like weird. It was like they just like don't either say his name, don't say his name, but like stop using him like to like sell your story. Right.
Well, now they're straying from that now.
Yeah, they have no choice. They have no choice.
Yeah, and now they're trying to use the old Batwoman as the pivotal.
And Ruby
point.
Rose was a perfect choice, by the way.
Yeah, I agree.
For Batwoman, I was like they couldn't have casted a better person.
I agree. And so now this season they have like Mad Hatter, Poison Ivy coming. So like it's gonna be interesting how they and it's not the it's gonna be like new Mad Hatter, new Poison Ivy. Because people find their trophies that Batman took, and you have to watch the season to see what I'm talking about. But
okay.
But nah, that's gonna be good. Been playing Battlefield, of course y'all heard from earlier. Been liking that. Halo Infinite Flight when it was up. That was fun. Been playing Kenna Bridge of the Spirits. That's been actually fun and interesting to play. Beautiful scenery, beautiful world that they created, and I like the haptic feedback and the triggers for the game. So like when you're pulling a bow or when you're using a bow, you feel like you're pulling the string of a bow.
Oh yeah, those PlayStation controllers are they're smart.
Yeah. Even for Battlefield, you can feel the tension in the trigger, which you can change. But I like that. I think that's it. Been watching been getting to a lot of different Korean dramas. Some people I've been talking to been giving me some good ones to watch, so I've been trying to watch those, and also can't wait for Halloween to come out. Halloween Kills movie, see how that is. Of course, Resident Evil, and then they had some other movies coming out. I can't wait to see how that is. And I think that's it. I know I said a lot, but clearly I watch a lot of shows because sometimes, I gotta take my mind off of things. So I like watching stories. That's what really gets me. So,
For sure.
What about you, Chris or AJ? What's good with y'all this week?
Not much. I haven't watched a whole lot. I let's see. Pull up this list. Oh, so on my block, season 4.
that's the last one I saw. Yes.
Yeah, that
That
giant.
was a good ending. That was a good ending.
Don't spoil it. And
Get over spoilers 2021.
Spoilers.
2021, yeah. Get over spoilers.
Nah. That's what assholes say.
That's Carl's
Oh my
panel at
God.
HaterCon.
Absolutely.
Get over spoilers.
The idea that people hate spoilers.
I mean,
Well, Chris, you're gonna
each his
like
own.
this. You're gonna like this last season. You're gonna like it.
Yeah, so on my block, that's been good. I've been watching that with Nicole. the kids are very sexual in this season. I mean, I
Maybe they've
remember being
grown
in
up.
high. I mean, I remember being in high school, but goddamn,
Yeah,
it's
that shit.
very it's jarring. Trust me, we weren't saints in high school, but it's just like
I don't remember being that horny.
it's so shocking. It's just because you're an adult now, so it's like, oh, you're talking about eating ass and like all sorts of shit. You're in high school.
That threw me for a
I was
loop when
like,
he said that.
what?
That threw me for a
like,
loop.
no
He's
knock
like,
it till
"Yo,
you
I can go
try."
try it." I was like,
what? Yo.
And then they start talking about the different types of Chinese. I was like, what? I was like,
oh yeah, that was hilarious. That was hilarious.
I was like, I never was like this when I was in
Oh
high school.
no! But I mean, they got the internet.
Yeah, that is true. Like
But no, they
exposed to a
talking
lot of
about
that
seeing
stuff.
it in person.
No, but the internet is what introduced them to it, and then they tried it because they're kids. They have no jobs. They get to try stuff they see on the internet all the time. Because
Absolutely.
they're not wasting any energy or effort doing anything else.
Yeah. So that's been jarring. But overall it's really good. The show is weird in that like it definitely has like real moments, but it's also like a comedy. So it's like so like the serious moments you kind of like find yourself. I kind of find myself laughing a little bit,
and then realizing like, oh, this is not.
It's like, oh yeah.
By the way, just asked if your partner doesn't need ass, is it okay to cheat?
Wow.
So, unloyal. That's what I just heard.
I just put a wow in there. I just wanted to make sure that
unloyal. Gonna say no.
Wow. That's a topic for another day. So
that we can never get back.
What else? So of course I've been having my daily dose of Guilty Gear. That game is still amazing. Visually stunning is fun. The combat is amazing. Online
does
is
look smooth. It does look
smooth. It's fun. It's a super fun game.
That's what PS5 you're playing it on?
PS5 or Xbox?
PS5 and PC.
Oh, PC. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I double dip.
Cross-platform at all.
That's the weird thing. I think it's in the roadmap. So I think so. Usually Guilty Gear, they always come out with like, you know how like Street Fighter came out with like Super Turbo, Championship, Arcade,
Alpha.
Yeah. So Guilty Gear kind of does the same thing. So like the last Guilty Gear was XR, and then it was like Rev 2, this and this and that, Rev blah blah blah. Like it was all these like subtitles. So I think they're gonna do the same thing with this joint. And I think at that point that's when we're gonna get crossplay and all those extra bells and whistles. Yeah, so been playing that, and then I picked up the Nickelodeon All-Star Battle. To all of the Smash elitists, it's a good game. If you grew up with a lot of these Nickelodeon characters, it's really cool to kind of see them in this context. It looks worse than it actually feels. So it feels good. It feels good. I feel like you have a lot of control over your character. Some of them handle a bit differently, but it's fun. I like it. I like it for what it is. It may be a little too expensive for like an impulse buy.
Is it $50 just to punch Danny Phantom in the face?
Hey, that Danny Phantom's actually pretty good.
I think it's $40.
It's $49.99, which is why I was like,
oh wow,
yeah, that's what stopped me. If it had been $39.99, maybe $29.99, that would have been a definite buy.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be on sale soon. I would say, especially we're reaching the holidays, so that's definitely a game that like can be an easy like stocking stuffer. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
or play through.
But yeah. Oh yeah. We could run it through. If anybody wants to try it, we can run it through Parsec, on on your PC or Mac or whatever. But yeah, I mean it's cool. I enjoy it. I really enjoy it. So I'll definitely be playing a lot more. Um, and then of course, like the last thing I've been playing was the Halo Infinite Flight over the weekend. I am slow as we speak right now. I'm actually playing MCC. But I'm getting more and more hyped about Infinite. Like this last flight was extremely pleasing. It was fun. It was smooth.
Mm-hmm.
I am buying the hype now. I am really like counting the days of like, okay, I want to play. Like I found myself like, damn, I want to play some more Halo Infinite.
Yeah.
Like that. That's how I felt after the flight. The first flight, I didn't necessarily feel that way. Because it just wasn't. It was same thing as Battlefield right now. It was a very old build. A
Yeah.
lot of things weren't ironed out, but this joint was really. I had no issues with it. It was smooth. It
Mhm.
ran good on the Series S, the Series X, and the PC. Really, it ran really smooth on all of those. So,
When you told me how to put it into performance mode, that changed my whole life right there.
yeah, they added that. That was a
Ridiculous.
yeah. So they showed the One X some love for sure. Which I thought was weird. Like even I was like, damn, that shit only runs at 30 on the One X. Like, but I see that they're showing some love to the One family. So I don't know about the One S. I think that's gonna be eternally locked at 30. But yeah, I'm hype. I'm super hype. I have a lot of footage for Halo Infinite, so definitely gonna be releasing that. Just leading up to it, and yeah, I'm starting to get excited about Halo again. So that's cool.
Yeah, I did enjoy the. Well, I didn't play it much just because timing. Like it wasn't really available all day, all the time.
Yeah,
So I didn't play it as much as I would have liked. We had a busy weekend, so I couldn't play too much of it. But just what little I played, like it is a lot smoother. I
yeah,
am still missing the the boost stuff just because it's like instinctual.
it's instinctual. Yeah, it's
Boost
definitely
out of the
muscle.
way. So I'll dive or duck. I'll duck a lot, like in the middle of combat, and like I'll try to duck to the left, and you just gotta go down and step over to the side and get annihilated. So I still have to get
Absolutely.
used. I have to get used to not being ducking and more jumping, which I hate because the jump is so slow to me. It's just a ridiculous movement to me. But it does feel good. I my bar is to play like I guess like an MCC game, but to look like a Halo, the newer Halos. So the reason I hate MCC is just because of how it looks. Like I don't actually hate the games, but I just don't like that I have to go back and play like these old like it's like they're moonwalking or whatever across the map kind of like graphics. Like you know better, you
Yeah.
do better. So it's like hard for me to go back to that. But uh I do enjoy the the mechanics of the I can play those games in terms of mechanics and not have a problem. And that's what 5 is giving me. So I'm not as excited as Creston is, but I am very excited as in comparison to what I thought I would be at the beginning.
Yeah, for sure. I think we all came in with I won't say low expectations, but we kept our expectations in check, especially because I think all of us are Halo 5 fans, so
Yeah.
we're kind of a minority. So we're like, well, we actually like the ideas that they were going for in 5,
Mm-hmm.
and the fact that they've just kind of abandoned all the cool stuff like ground
Sad.
pound and Spartan charge and
Had to.
thrust. Um,
It was a non-negotiable for the Halo community to
yep,
to act like 5 doesn't exist.
Whack.
yeah. So, but yeah, I'm excited. I'm looking forward to it. Um, you know, uh, I'm like I said, I'm finding less and less time to watch stuff, and I usually fill that time up with just playing a game. Like I'm playing this little indie game called such assault, Steel Assault.
Feel so,
Um,
yeah.
yeah, which is super fun. But then I started my spooky season with Evil Within 2. So I'm gonna be streaming that pretty soon. So you all should definitely, especially AJ and Kev.
Oh, I can't
Y'all
wait.
should definitely.
See,
All right.
I don't mind
Looking
it,
forward
but
to
I'm
it.
not playing it.
So
I'm not playing that
excited
game.
about this.
I'll watch you play. That's about it.
It's a great game.
So excited. I can't wait till you start doing that.
Exactly.
Yeah. Just know I'm
Waiting
watching.
with bated breath.
Don't ask me about it. I'm definitely watching it with you.
100%. Right there.
Don't ask me to confirm what happens in the story because I don't like talking about that kind of stuff. But I'm watching it. I am excited.
I think you would like the sci-fi elements of it.
Yeah.
What is this again? I don't even know what it is that I'm watching.
The Evil Within.
Oh.
He said that's a negative.
Nigga said the sci-fi element. No, they all evil. I'm not interested.
That doesn't sound like there's anything to do with sci-fi in that.
Oh, you'd be surprised. I think you would appreciate it. You just
I
gotta,
won't.
There might be some fantasy in there, but sci-fi.
Hey, don't knock it till you try it. That's all I gotta say.
He did play this one game where there was, definitely some science fiction going on. You don't want to know about it, but I saw things.
Yeah.
Which game was this?
It was an older game, and you was like in some nigga's mind or something. It was crazy.
Oh yeah, that's the Evil Within.
Oh, that's the okay. Yeah.
That's
All
the
right.
third one.
Yeah, I'll be there. No problem.
He saw you with the book.
That bolsters me. I will also be there with Swab. We saw it together. Just know that.
Yes.
Yeah,
Solidarity.
Yeah. But yeah, that's it for me.
All right, bet. What about you, Carl? Let's go with you this week. If you, shit,
nothing. Absolutely nothing. I watched nothing. I played a couple. Paid a couple Infinite Flights, but that's it.
You play Avengers, man? They
wow. That's what we're doing. I need a refund.
Wow.
Yeah, you do. Like seriously though. Like
when I get $80, what did I spend on that? 80?
Yeah.
80.
Nah, and they just was like, nope, it's on Game Pass now. Sorry.
I spent money too, Carl. Don't feel bad. I spent money too.
It's on Game Pass.
It's on Game Pass. Yes.
Right now.
Yep.
I thought that's what you meant. Like I thought you knew that. That's why you say you want a refund.
No, I go on a refund because I haven't played 1 second of that game. They hit me with create an account, and I'm like, okay, it's over.
Over automatically.
Even $80 won't push him past that screen. That's crazy.
That's a hard line right there.
That is solid.
Once you got past that,
they need to do signing with Google on these games.
Seriously.
That's true.
I don't want to be creating these accounts, man. I don't play enough games.
But they're not making you sign in for authentication though. Come on. They want your email address.
Yeah, it's all promo.
You can get it. Just ask Google for it. Don't ask me. I don't want to deal with that.
Square Enix just wanted your stuff, so
just want a little bit of info from you,
Pretty much.
Google, they know.
Damn, 164 gigs for the game? Shit.
Well, that's it.
Jesus.
I mean, nothing.
Or Avengers?
Cool.
Yeah.
Y'all niggas ready for some Halo?
Oh, well, I don't get to go? Fine. I don't want to go no way.
Oh, I thought you went. Oh, my bad.
Damn.
Wow.
Nah, man. I'm gonna be real quick then, since the show is over, since we done.
If you haven't gone, the show is not over, my guy. We
No. All right. Millionaire Detective. It's an anime. I watched it on Funimation. It's basically like this dude who's basically he's Sherlock Holmes mixed with Bruce Wayne, kind of.
Oh, okay.
And he just does stuff like with his money. Like he'll buy a bridge so he can blow it up so the bad guy can't escape.
What?
Yeah, he just the first scene
Where's
is
this
like
come
when the
on?
bad it's on Funimation.
Funimation.
The first scene is like these people are on like this they're driving they're trying to escape. They were trying to rob a jewelry store or something, and they end up there's a bomb in their van. They don't know it, so they think they're running from the cops for a different reason. The cops are trying to stop the bomb, so they're driving all crazy. And then one of the investigators is like hears all this like commotion behind him, and there's just this really expensive nice car just ramming other cars off the road.
What?
And basically he rams everybody off the road and then immediately pays for all of their damages. Like he has like a supercomputer and he's like, Hughes, pay for all the damages. And so it just sends out checks immediately to everybody. And then he's chasing them and he basically like
That's a fantasy of mine.
that is a fantasy cross. So then he gets everybody, like he gets all of the traffic like rerouted to this bridge, and then he blows up. I think he blows up the bridge. Either blows up the bridge or he basically the first scene is he blows up the bridge. He does blow up a bridge later in the season, but for this one he just kind of like has it like lift up this one of those bridges that lets that lets the boats through, and he hacks it basically with his supercomputer and has it like lift up so he can like do that. But throughout the whole show, that's all he does. It's like he just pays for like. He pays for the right to like get in there. He buys his way into everything. And so he's solving all these crimes with money. And it's hilarious. And I watched it very quickly because it's only like, I think it's only like 10 episodes for the first season. I looked to see if there's going to be a second. Mm-hmm. And it got great reviews, but the studio that supposedly that did it, the studio that did it is not famous for continuing anime. Even if it has great reviews, sometimes they just abandon an idea.
Yeah.
So especially because the way it ended was very like, I mean, it wasn't like they couldn't do more, but it was also like it's like a place where you could stop, and like we know where every character's headed. Like we know the arc of every character. It had a complete arc. Now was it a deep arc? No, it was very shallow. It was a very silly, but it's a funny idea, and I thought it was cool. So I would love to see a second season of it. Then there's Wargroove, which is a Switch game that I play. Is pretty much until Advance Wars comes out later on this month, I believe. It's my Advance Wars like replacement. I finally got into some actual online games with other people. Got roasted the first 2 times I started. I tried a character I'd never played with, so their special didn't help me any, and this person was very good, or at least better than me. So I got roasted twice immediately. Now I'm in like 4 games at a time, but not getting roasted as severely. But I'm just happy that people are actually online, because that game was like I was the only person playing it in the planet for like, that's how it felt for like the 2 years that I've owned it. I was the only person playing it. But
or get matchmake.
Yeah, and it's cross-platform, so you could literally be on the computer, on your Xbox, on your Switch, on on a ton of devices and still play me, because it's pretty much like chess, right? Like all the code that they need is to kind of like get the matchmaking going is really on your device, except for the moves that the other player makes, which is very simple moves. It's like you can send it in like a JSON string, like what they did to us. So it makes sense that it's cross-platform. But finally in some games, so that was pretty cool. And then I watched a little bit of Batman animated series, kind of like as my new like go to sleep show. I started it from the beginning. So I was surprised I didn't remember that Red Claw and Catwoman were in the first episode. That's pretty cool. Because I don't know, like you don't see a lot of. Well, Red Claw was always cool to me because she was like real strong. She used to beat the crap out of people, and martial artists are always cool with me. But like I didn't recognize that she was like in the first season, like she was the first villain. That was real cool. So, but that's it. So, Suave, you can now end the show, and nobody will be offended. I promise.
Of course. I mean, you said except for one person. Yeah.
No. No one's offended. Everything's fine. I'll forgive it.
Everything's cool here.
I'm killing only one person on Halo tonight.
Thank y'all for joining us again on the podcast. Definitely let us know if there's something you haven't seen us talk about that you want our perspective on. Follow us at Blur Dimension everywhere if you haven't already, namely here, YouTube, and Instagram. If you fuck with the content, feel free to throw us a sub. Give us a heart, thumbs up, whatever. It's platform dependent. It's potentially free for you, and it helps us out with the algorithms. We stream the podcast live on Twitch Thursday nights, so make sure you come through next week. We're gonna take a quick break, but stay tuned for after podcast gaming. We about to play some Halo 5 probably because nobody wants to go back to MCC except Creston.
Y'all are,
It's true.
are every day you disappoint me.